I used that on the clips.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh yeah. All right,
Totally
you guys
was not the vibe I was expecting on the beat.
What?
But it was dope. It was nice.
What,
I like
the beat?
That. It's just very like.
How are you gonna open the episode talking shit about the beat?
I'm gonna talk about the shit about the beat. I'm saying it's a
You
nice
hear
beat.
this,
It just
Oxy?
didn't fit the vibe that we got in here.
Oxy was signed up to be producer of the month, not producer of the month that Pro talk shit about.
Yo, we're gonna start like that?
Just saying, you started.
That's rough.
I was trying to.
Oxy, I
Anyway,
love
you
your
guys
shit.
are
Stop
tuned
it.
into episode 60.
And then she just switches up. Wow.
I almost
Okay.
said 59 though.
You almost said 59.
I almost fucked it up,
I
but
would have
60.
gone on you, nigga.
Episode 60 with your host Sade
And Kid Pro.
and Miss B is over here.
Hey.
Special guest. Oh
Round of
wait, hold on.
applause. She wanted to make sure she got the sound effect right.
I almost hit if you don't know. All right, we're gonna do another one. Round of applause for B. We are Jersey Entertainment.
We in her neck of the woods here, and beautiful
In the
facilities
studio.
here.
You see everything. We are Jersey. What's his name? Homie in the back. What's his name right there?
Kibohidi?
Oh, okay.
Name's right there.
But I don't know. I'm. You know, I can't say names to
She
save
is
my
the
life.
worst with artist names.
It's not
okay,
just
it happens.
artists. It's like, how do you pronounce this? I don't want to fuck it up.
Well, people pronounce your name all fucked up too.
Exactly.
So they're done. Sadie.
It's literally.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sadie.
Instilled.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sade, Sade. Sade is the worst one.
Sade.
I made my
Sade.
science teacher in 7th grade cry because I fucking went off on her. 7th grade, I think. Middle school, and because I was like, I'm sorry, bitch, but I don't know where the fuck you from. But where the hell do you see an R? Do you need some latex? I know you over the hill. Do you need some? Like I went. I don't. That's all I remember. And I made her cry, and I got sent to the principal. But yeah.
I've been there.
Seems like you're doing well now.
Yeah,
No, I'm doing well now.
But yeah, I've heard
Sorry.
Sadie. I've heard Sade.
Yeah.
Wow.
At Check It, yeah. Homie that said Sade and then
Twice.
bounced.
I had to
yeah.
stop him.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's Sade. He's like, yeah, no. So when Sade calls me over, I'm like, no, it's Sade.
Oh, you did correct him?
Yeah, I corrected him. I guess he wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
I was like, no, Sade. He thought I was just saying something
was
random.
Surprised. So I was wondering, do you talk through We Are Jersey? That's you, right? Or no?
Yeah, me.
Sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah, it depends who's on the count.
Do you know, isn't that weird, like when, I guess because we talk through these pages, when the people see us, they think like we're a man. You know how many I get, thanks man, this is like great opportunity. Like homie that said my name wrong, kept saying, man, I got you, bro, blah, blah, blah. Then I see he's like, so I'm just looking for the person that runs this. And I'm just thinking like, did you not see me with all, okay. Hi, yes, it's me.
Sometimes it be like that, dude. I don't know what it is. Dudes really just don't pay attention to shit.
They really don't.
They really don't.
I get it on my page too, so I'll be like, wait, it says Jersey Queen.
Oh, on your
Oh, my
actual
God,
page?
Yeah, that too. Both pages.
That's
on
weird.
that, and you just
That is kinda
see, it's
weird.
weird.
That is kind of weird.
People don't read.
No,
They just
not at all.
automatically assume it's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
Little do they know.
Little
And
do they know.
Little do they know. Then they see it. Like, oh shit.
They're like, wait, that's a whole short female.
Oh, you have breasts. Oh, okay.
So wait a minute now.
Anyway, I'll take that back.
And they're taking it back, and they don't know what to do. I've seen it happen before many times.
Oh yeah, the
Dudes
stunned
freeze up.
face.
And they switch up their whole approach, or they don't know what to say at that point. I've seen it many times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, we
definitely.
can do the intro. I'm sorry. At Lyrical
yeah.
Fix Pod.
There
I'm
you go.
sorry, guys. I get too excited to be here. So at Lyrical Fix Pod, you can find us on Apple, Audio Mac, Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out in these podcast streets. Don't be one of them fucking weirdos that puts a 1-star just because you don't really know what's going on. You just hating because your friend wanted you to hate on us.
You were so salty about that too.
I could be salty.
I should have never
I could
told
be
you
salty.
about that one.
Oh man, fuck that shit. Nah,
I was in the middle of uploading something last week during pre-production, and I was just like, "How is this possible?" Like YouTube has all like the videos, the editor thing, and I see there's a rating, like when they give you the zero, like the thumbs up or whatever, the likes, but I see it's there, but it says 0 likes. I was like, "The fuck?" So I click on it. I was like, let me see. Yeah, and then it was like 1 dislike. Our first dislike though.
Our first dislike.
I mean,
Someone was salty.
it's a first though. Still,
I don't know. They might not have liked my Trump impression.
it was right after our first
It
year.
was funny. I do an impression of Trump, and I get mad fucking attention for it from people that never even
I mean, it
liked
could
my
be just a
shit before.
honky from like
But
Middle
because
East.
I mentioned
I said
Trump,
Middle East.
I came up everywhere. People, some people liked it. Some people, I guess, were offended by it. It was a fucking Trump impression.
We don't know.
I didn't say much.
This is the best thing ever.
Like, it wasn't
amazing.
that big of a deal. I know. That's what I'm saying. People were hating on me for that shit.
I don't
Couldn't
know.
stand it.
No, nobody was hating on you.
I felt like people were hating on me for it.
It's okay.
Ooh, people love it.
Haters never prosper.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
You know?
What the fuck I'm talking about? This is the
Talk
type of
about
energy
it,
I need
babe.
in here. Made me feel bad because the Trump impression was up to par.
But how was your week though?
Week was okay. We went to Neighborwood
Yeah.
and did that. Got together with Yost Nova, big
Kid
time
Nova on
producer
the
out
way.
here. And Kid Nova's on the way. Picked out all the beats, did the whole theme and everything.
Yeah.
And they being the executive producer that
Yeah,
she is, just helping it happen.
It was how I think I forgot how long I chimed out of the whole conversation, the whole thing, because I was just like, "Oh, I got it." It was like,
oh yeah.
like I was
okay.
dead quiet,
But
like
you was thinking up ideas.
yeah, and
yeah.
I was just like, "No, I got yeah." I think I said yeah to Nina for something, and I have no idea what I said yes to,
Oh, she was just saying whatever, and you said yes.
because I like just
You was zoned out.
yeah, I wanned
You were in
her.
that creative process.
I was like, yeah, babe, yeah. Like I literally wanned her.
Yeah. Yeah, babe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she caught on to that?
I don't
Hopefully
think so.
not.
I mean, she knows now. I love you, Nina, but she knows now.
No,
But I was
sometimes it
so
be like
deep
that.
in thought.
We was really into though. We was getting all the stuff together. Like it was good to be in that mode of just
Yeah.
like creating. Even though it was
Yeah.
like the early stages. Like now I'm just in the whole writing mode process. Like this is an 11-track project. I got about 3 songs done, written. So I got 8 more to go. I got features I got to worry about, and then the other projects and stuff. So it's like it's early stages. Not necessarily the most fun time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
there's
the
only 3.
performing and promoting part more, but this is where all
This
this
isn't
stuff
the
comes
most
out.
fun?
This one,
Well, I mean, at least
second,
like
the second most, the
Okay.
creative process. I think the performing it and promoting it is the most fun for me. Once it's out,
Well,
I get
true.
to push it and everything like that.
true.
The
'Cause you
recording
get to
part
actually
is
like share it.
yeah, the recording part is whatever.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like you're in either like a really hot booth, you might not be feeling good, your voice isn't up to par, it sounds
True.
different, doesn't sound how you originally thought it was when you thought of that idea in your head,
True.
all that stuff, and then the whole like paranoia and the whole like negative thoughts creep in, like oh shit, I'm not gonna get this done, it's not gonna be as hot. The whole shit that it goes through when you're an artist, when you're creating shit.
Well, you didn't have
You
me
know.
before, so it's fine now.
Ooh, okay. I see.
She got that one on.
She
She sure did.
She want her credit this time around. I feel that.
No, it was funny because I told him, I was like, I don't know what executive producer is supposed to do, but I hope I'm doing it. And he's like, no, you're doing it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you helped with ideas, you found stuff, you edited some like vocal samples and
Remember when I
shit.
one-handed with the pizza? I was just like, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop,
she was
boop,
doing
boop.
some one-handed shit on the computer while eating a pizza slice. I was fucking blown away.
Oh.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
she really in here.
Because no, I had an idea and I didn't want to lose it. So I was like, all right, how about this? Boop. No, okay, I'll take this part out. Okay, boop.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and I was, fully impressed.
That was, man, Yost is amazing.
I do too. It's all about a guy who just turned a regular garage into a whole lounge
Yeah.
/ studio, photo studio.
The Chop Shop. Shout out to
Everything.
the Chop Shop. That shit
Like,
is
you know?
goals.
And then it was like he had it the first time, and then whatever storm hit, and shit got flooded, shit got damaged. He, picked up everything,
I don't think
renovated it.
he didn't lose any equipment though, right?
I think something got damaged in there. It's a
Oh,
couple
shit.
things, but he renovated everything, painted it over. Like it's bigger and better now. So that's what's up, man. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Like the 2-hour trip was worth every, the whole
Yeah.
thing was
No,
worth
we
it.
made it. Yeah.
Had a lot of fun over
At
there.
a certain point though, I felt bad for him because I know how I can get where I'm just like, okay, so now, and then like if the conversation reared off of the project, I'm like, all right, so can we play track 4?
Yeah, 'cause
Thanks.
that tends to happen too. Yeah, 'Cause
Yeah.
you're there chilling and everything too.
Yeah, but I felt bad because I know how I can like be like, okay, let's get
Yeah.
back on track. So when he said he needed a break, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep shut. Then as soon as he got up back to the computer, I was like, yes, back to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good time. Everything.
No, but it was
working.
good.
Good food. Yeah, no, it's fucking pizza's great over there. And then just got to hear those beats. Sorry, my mom was still on the food. But,
Still on food.
nah, the fucking beats he made were fucking incredible. It was just nice to get names for everything, concepts, all that stuff just worked out. And now it's just a
Yeah.
matter of, all right,
And
when I
if-
got my time, I sit
Yos,
down and
if
get
you're
to work.
listening, I really like the video you just sent Pro. The beat sound good.
Yeah, he's redoing beats and stuff. And
Yeah.
this guy's mind is
Sounded
just
really
working like crazy right now. So we're going to come up with some dope shit. So
I gotta send him those samples.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, never
So
mind.
everything's going to be dope.
That wasn't supposed to be said on air.
And other than that, I coaching a couple more soccer games this past week. seeing my kid play and trying to not to be that crazy ass parent who yells the whole time is something. You know, because it's like I'm at a point now where it's like it's recreation soccer. It's the bottom of the barrel of competition.
Yeah.
Like these kids don't know shit. Terrible. Sucky. I hate to sound like that, but they stink. There's a couple good ones, couple gems in there. But for the most part, these kids run like they got shit in their pants every time. They don't know what they're doing.
No.
Oh, they're passing in the wrong section. They're all stuck in one area instead of, and I'm just there. And the worst part is I have to wear a fucking mask when I'm coaching. So I got the mask on. I'm telling them, get down the line. Like I'm just yelling out shit like a coach. Like I'm top of my lungs screaming.
If you're like away from people, can't you just take it off?
Nah, because there are people watching and you get fined or some shit. Or the team loses. Penalizations. Like the coaches are the only ones that got to be out there with masks on, and the kids don't have it on. It's just super fucking weird.
Okay, I got it. I guess.
Yeah, so I decided this past game I'm gonna just take a break and just watch the game like with the parents.
Yeah.
And then I realized that it was just me and 7 white women watching the game. I'm like, I can't be here, so I just walked again to the sideline and just started coaching without the mask on. Like I couldn't take it anymore. Like it was. And then just watching these kids, you wish you could just like transform yourself and into one of these kids' bodies and just fucking play for them and just help them out so bad. Yeah. Like it's so simple. And because again, I didn't play this level. I played a little bit. I played traveling. I'm not trying to be conceited or nothing, but I was a little better than that, than what these kids are at right now. I'm sorry. It was trash what these kids are doing. I'm sorry. It's
from the
fucking
dirty
trash.
streets of Colombia.
Yeah, so it's tough. Like, I was in the main streets of Colombia playing. Yeah, I was out here. I wasn't kicking rocks and shit. I mean, I had, but I was playing. I was roughing it out there. Point is, man, like, it's tough. It's tough watching that shit when you want to be in there so bad and help out, but you got to remember, like, it's just the bottom of the barrel competition. I don't know. Have you guys ever did that, like, sports when you were younger?
I was a tomboy, but, like, riding bikes and skateboards and manhunt and shit like that. But once I hit puberty, that was it.
Like
it was a wrap for me.
That was it?
I had to learn how to like balance. Like I had a lot going on, popping out and shit. I was just like, I had to learn how to balance. Like, it's not for me.
What about you? Any sports?
Yeah, track and field.
Oh, I use a track. Okay.
Yeah. Well, me, athletic side, I'm just a different competitor. I'm a whole different bee.
Well, like you get serious with the competition?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, I gotta hear this. I didn't even know this side of you. Okay.
I mean, my boyfriend, especially in video games, he's not a fan. He's not a fan of playing against me all the time, necessarily.
Oh, shit. So there's actual competition with the video games, too.
Yeah, everything. Damn. Competitive side is a different beat. So.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know this part. Wait, so this started when? When did you start doing track?
7th grade. Wow, yeah.
Okay. Now, just running, we doing other events?
Only runner. I was a sprinter, did 4x1, 2, 400, sprint medley, distance medley, 400 in the distance medley.
Okay, and that's where it started, from there, the whole competitive side.
Yeah,
and then just carried on.
Yeah, for the rest of my life, I see.
Oh, shit. So do you take any of those values from that competitiveness to where you're at now?
Whew, yes.
Okay.
I can see it sometimes. Like when we be like talking about shit, yeah.
Maybe, sometimes. I don't know, maybe. Sade, how do I bring it up, I guess?
Well, not that, I don't think not in a competitive state, but just like the need to like the drive.
Yeah. It's very like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and also get out of my way type of.
Yeah, it's not really like, oh, I got to compete. No, it's very, like you said, tunnel vision. Like it's your drive that you have.
Like you have a goal, you're going to get it done regardless.
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
Yeah,
I respect that. Okay. Now, what happens when you guys are playing video games and you lose?
I'm going to find another time to win when it happens, Oh,
it's like that. All right. No, who wins more? I got to know. And what game is it that y'all playing?
Well, it depends on the game. I mean, for me, I loved Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Okay.
So Conker's Live and Reloaded on Xbox. I would say I'm the winner on that. I don't know how he feels.
Yeah, I'm seeing his face right now. He's not trying to say
much. He's really
much.
trying not to say nothing.
He's trying to keep it cool.
He cleared his throat. That was it.
You good?
I was doing very well against him in Def Jam last week. So.
Which one?
Fight for New York, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that. But then I came back to the room in an hour. Then he started beating me. So,
payback.
Do you want me to do a round of applause for you?
Yeah.
You already know.
Oh, no. There you go.
You sure
There you
did.
go. You
I
got
played
it.
that game. What was that? That was PS2?
Yeah, we were playing on PlayStation.
Oh, bro. That's my game.
So-
I think my character was fucking Method Man, I think. On that shit.
David
That's what
Banner.
That's who I used to choose.
David Banner.
Yeah, David Banner's pretty
yeah.
good.
David Banner. Who else was nice in that shit? That low key. I think
Oh,
Ludacris
that
was in that fucking game.
I don't remember. I played that
Ghostface.
shit in a minute.
Yeah,
Redman
Redman.
was-
That man was
good.
dope.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one where Snoop's the villain? Yeah. Trying to pull that off. I hated that shit when I saw it. Why this tall, skinny motherfucker is the villain? He's like the fucking boss and shit. Yeah, I remember that shit. And then all of them were either in a gang. It was a couple that was with Snoop and shit. Yeah. Oh, shit. And they actually had their voices. I was gonna get into that. That's right. I remember that story about some dudes not getting paid off of that video game for that likeness.
Yeah, like royalties. Well, I mean, would you have royalties in that?
They don't have any royalties.
Oh,
and
damn.
that would have been a nice chunk of change
That would have.
for fucking artists. Yo, if that happened nowadays, you would best believe motherfuckers would have had their
What
shit.
year was that? I'm trying to remember.
early
It was not long
2000s.
ago, right?
I'm gonna say 04, 5, or 6.
Because we talking about
Okay.
PS2, so
Yeah,
yeah,
so that
early
makes sense.
2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
would.
would've been.
He would definitely.
Yeah, I would have definitely.
I was
been.
playing it with my brother, so that's how I remember it for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
That was a nice way
Damn.
of saying
Yeah.
I'm old. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that was a
That was a nice way of me saying I'm old.
a little bit. A little bit.
He's like, oh, he would definitely know. He was around that time.
That went over my head because I'm just still going with that. I was like, damn, that was a rough time.
No, it was a great
I remember
time.
like it was yesterday.
hold
Yeah.
the shade.
Yeah. I was still buying cigarettes and everything. Yeah, no.
Y'all had the best time period for sure.
What,
I think.
my era?
Yeah,
Why?
you had the best
Explain.
music. Like, G Unit around that time. Like, I was a huge fan
What,
of Lloyd
G-Unit?
Banks.
Yeah, you're
Everything
right.
coming
We're
out
not
at that
that far
time.
I was
Apart,
high school.
though.
No. I was high school when G-Unit was popping off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember being
I
in the
was not-
hallways
I
and
was
people
in
were
high school.
yeah.
Between that and Dipset, like, you guys had
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of
I was
fire.
dressing like Dipset.
Now we have like a lot of dim-witted trash.
Oh, God.
Well, see, let me ask y'all. let me ask you that because I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
The kids that were like, we were what, 16, 17 when that was going on. Let's just say that when that's happened. That's the same age these kids are now with whatever is cool now. That's what they think is cool. And we're the older generation that's shitting on them, just like the older generation was shitting on us for liking Dipset. That wasn't no grown
Yeah,
up liking the
they
way
were-
I was
they
dressing when
were
I
a
was
lot of-
copying Dipset.
Because it wasn't, yeah, like you mentioned, it wasn't just like the music and like
was
all
the
that
culture,
shit. It
the
was the
lifestyle.
culture and the lifestyle, like overall, like, your ass is hanging out.
Why do you got 3 T-shirts
Your
on?
shirt is down to your knees.
What
Like,
is, what is Sun wear? What is a Galaxy tee?
yeah.
How are you?
Did I do that?
You did that.
Sure did.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
How the hell? Okay.
It's supposed to fall.
Jesus.
I don't know. It was just like, how did I?
But it's
Okay.
But it's
we
like,
get that.
yeah,
Anyway,
I mean-
yeah, keep going. Sorry.
well, all right.
That scared the shit out
Let
of
me
me.
ask this question: compared to what we were wearing back then, what do you think is a more acceptable clothing style? What's being worn today?
For men,
Yeah, for
specifically?
men. What
I think it's a little bit better now.
it's a little more fitted. I'll say that
It's
much.
better
It's
now.
not as tight though. Like, I mean, like compared to what, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
No,
You know
It
what?
was,
I
like,
think it's still tight in certain
super
cases.
Yeah, but it was like skin tight, like more like that was the thing you saw everywhere.
Oh, 5 years ago,
Now,
this-
like
style
some
was-
time ago, but now I feel like it's a happy medium.
No, I agree. I like the whole fitted shit. I like the fact that it's been accepted.
Like it's fitted, but it's not like skinny.
Because there
like
was a
skinny
time
jeans.
when
You can't breathe tight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
where
looking
like they're
back.
walking, they're doing the duck walk. Not only because the duck walk was always like so you don't crease like your J's or the Air Forces or the Tims, but now it's like literally. I mean, at that point it was like no, because they can't bend their knees. That's how tight their jeans were. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I
I'm
know what you're
saying.
talking
It
about.
was-
It's just- it sounds so stupid that we
not
accepted
even,
this.
Not even the duck walk. It was like duck and zombie mixed together because they couldn't like bend.
Bro,
So
I
it was
can't
very
believe
like.
yeah. I look back at it like we really dressed crazy back in the day. Like
That
we-
was a choice.
That was a choice, but that's, at the time, it's like it's all we knew. That's all was being sold in the stores. That's what people were going with. We kind of had no choice but to wear baggy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And then after a while, like I mean, I had the tights, and then I had the tight jeans, and then I think high school towards the end of it, I was wearing like you see what Q's wearing. I would
Yeah.
wear something like that, but just like
Would you wear it
bigger.
like
Like I
that
would go
too?
to a thrift store, get guy pants, roll them up, and then have them high waist with the belt and everything.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different
I was
shit.
a little
Y'all was dressed the
fashionista.
same. He's dressed like
well,
that
not
now.
like that.
Like, that's crazy.
No, but I'm saying the pants.
Y'all dressed the same? That's crazy.
No, but I'm saying those
But
type
the way
of
she's
pants.
describing it, and I'm looking at him right now, and I'm like,
Oh
oh
They're
my
my
not
God,
gosh.
dress the
high-waisted. I'm not saying your pants are high-waisted. I'm saying
Almost backshot day into a corner.
yes, you did.
Yeah, for real.
You're
Right?
about to make me
It did
like
sound.
hit the garbage again. I don't even remember doing it.
See, but I feel like B's like me in the sense of fashion, like very comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big sweat guy,
Oh yeah, I wear whatever. I don't even
right?
care.
Like I've always been that way, more
I
comfort
think
over
I've seen you
style.
in sweats more often than anything
Yeah.
else.
Skinnies always have the right skinnies always have stretchy material.
True.
Yeah.
Like all my pants stretch. I don't
He had to clarify real quick.
Right.
though.
Your word.
not-
You're
Word.
prepared for
You need that.
everything.
You need that
You need some
versatility in your,
stretchy
your
pants if you're
clothing.
playing basketball,
Yeah.
especially against other people. Don't be rude and have some tight clothes and they
Yeah.
sweating against you and you tight.
It's like mad
Liable to rip a hole and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it's very true. No, and I like my comfort. And I hate it. Did you wear like the baggy sweats?
Yeah,
You, probably had, you
I did
definitely
that.
had those, right?
I used to high school. I had the baggy gray sweatpants with. I used to go with like the slides, like that was my thing, or my Converses, like, and I would have it like. Well, I also once I got my car, it would be like, all right, smoke before I get to class, find
high school?
parking. Yeah.
Dang, you was a
Yeah,
badass.
she was wild.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Well,
never
I was
do that.
smoking before that, but like I had the whip, so and then I lived like I didn't even have to drive to school, but I did anyway. So because I lived like right over like the tracks and shit. So I like I would smoke before school, chill a bit, be like, oh shit, I'm running late because I was late to homeroom every fucking day, and then eventually. Like I would at some point I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go smoke again. Like I just like chill. So after a while, like when I was wearing like those nice shits, like the nice pants and like with the belt and everything looking cute, then I just went to sweats, damn near every day.
Oh, sweats was the thing.
Yeah.
Sweats was the easiest shit.
Sweats
I
and
went
sneakers.
every
It
and then
really is
I would
sweats
go
and
back
sneakers,
to
yo.
dressing nice, but then I don't even know when, and I was just like, yo, fuck this, and I just tights and sweats every day, all day.
I literally saw
That's
no
it.
point in dressing nice in high school, at all.
I think all my life I
Yeah.
never saw the point.
I
of
never
dressing
saw
nice.
the point in dressing.
Well,
nice.
not like crazy nice,
No.
but I wanted to look cute. No,
But
but I'm
it's
also
like-
I'm also thinking about college too. Like going into college, like I wouldn't go to class in sweats. I think once I knew I was gonna drop out, that's when I was like, I don't give a fuck.
No, I still kept
Like
it
I
going.
really didn't care.
I didn't care. It really didn't bother
Those
me.
8
at all.
a.m. classes after
Yeah.
getting out of work at 2 in the morning, I was just like, I'm
Bro, I
strolling.
try to
I'm
avoid-
brush my teeth. That's about it.
Like right now, I'm trying to avoid jeans as much as possible. To be honest with you, like I really don't care. I'd rather be in comfortable sweats. That's what I want to work towards. Just not ever having to dress up for shit.
No, it was one
the
episode you
goal.
came in with basketball shorts. I was like, oh, we having that type of episode. Okay.
Yeah, I was chilling.
In that one episode,
Relaxed.
I had my PJ pants on. And I was like, we're not recording video.
That's how I know we weren't gonna record any video.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you come in with PJ pants. You open the door. I'm like, oh, okay. we straight here. We just gonna do some audio today.
Cause like every time he comes to my house, like we'll smoke outside, we'll chill, and then that day, he's like, you good? I'm like, yeah. We're not doing no video, by the way. It's like I'm not
The
feeling
hair's
it.
up in a bun. I'm like, I see what time it is.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
not
it.
feeling it.
I feel
Not
you.
feeling it.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. We've done tons of episodes, just audio only. Today we're fortunate. Look at this.
Right?
Oh,
There's
my God.
quality.
Lit up the
Yeah,
world.
we're surrounded by so many different artists in here, which is amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of them I remember. Some I've seen before randomly in passing. Others I don't know of, but like,
You know, it's funny when I like turn around, I see 50 Shades. Like I'm reading it slowly, like as I'm
okay,
going.
you see it.
I was like, 50 Shades of what? Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
this-
It's me. I was like, all right.
So B, while we are here, can you just tell us real quick about where we're at right now? Just give us a little background on.
Yeah.
Word, yeah. So this is my boyfriend's studio. He has a few business partners. We share the studio for We Are Jersey. So a lot of people came in here, signed the wall, dropped some exclusives, and let us listen to them. Interviews, photo shoots, music videos have been done in here. So
Yes.
Oh wait, really? I didn't know
yeah,
that. Oh,
Mac
shit.
McCrae, Attitude.
Oh,
Check it
nice.
out.
Shout out to Mac McCrae, actually.
Oh yeah, Frankie FB.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice.
I know I'm signed by you, and then I signed somewhere else for Check It.
Right up there. I saw it before. It's right behind that.
Yep. You know me.
Trying to take up space up here.
Yeah.
Relax. All right. Say something for everybody else. Please.
First off, it wasn't that big. It wasn't like I took up the whole wall.
It's over there.
Where? It's not that big.
It's behind.
though.
It's behind that.
See, but I can't
that
see
thing.
it, so it didn't happen. It's fine.
Behind that thing and under that.
But it's not that
vinyl.
big if I can't see it.
Well, it's being blocked. It's not
Okay,
gonna
but
fight
it's
me
being
for this
blocked,
right
but I
now.
can't
We
see
don't-
you
we don't
acting
need-
like
we
I'm
don't need to
taking
do
a
this
pool.
right now. This is very unprofessional.
And we're to see how
We're here talking about
far
the
we
other
would
artists
take.
in here. You want to make it about yourself.
Yeah, people can't see it yet.
Yeah. Stop making it about yourself, please.
Oh my God. All right, so the artists that are here.
Yes, thank you. Oh, did you have a question?
No.
Oh, all right then. You made it sound like you did. All right. Anyways,
I was trying to bring it
So
back
what-
to you.
okay, so can you break down the process of what goes on here when you bring the artists in? Obviously, they're signing their names, but you said they're doing
Yeah.
interviews, photo shoots.
So for We Are Jersey magazine, when they come here, chances are they probably already been pre-screened by us to hopefully be worthy of even being in the same room as us. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have great content.
That
You know,
W
great
word hits
music,
hard.
great stories. You know.
That's what they need.
You know what I'm saying? To sign the wall, you gotta. You know what I'm saying? This is a legendary wall.
This is a legendary wall.
It is.
You know, there's so many different people on the wall.
7 years of names.
And that's like We Are
Holy
Jersey
shit.
names, and then some of the people that he had on my boyfriend's platform before he stopped doing his RGTV. You know,
Yeah.
like we had some of the similar artists. You know, so their signatures are in here, and they come back in here from the magazine. They're like, oh, I've been in here before, and I'm like, haha,
Yeah.
welcome back. You know,
That's just fucking dope. Yeah, no, it's a big history lesson here, just like Jersey talent.
How the hell did he get all the way up there?
Probably had a
This
ladder.
shit amazes.
shout out
Oh yeah, you
Jugal
do have a ladder
Potter.
here. That's right. I forgot. You
Jugal
did.
probably the
I
highest
seen it
name
last
up
time.
there.
Yeah, Jugal Potter, Nico Samaj right now. Who knows who's gonna be the highest in like 2 months? Because every month it changes.
Well,
Yeah.
anyone that's hearing this, if you get a chance, like, get a ladder.
Love this shit.
Try to be the next one up here.
For
Now, you
sure.
were saying that they gotta be worthy.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you had a couple encounters with people that thought they were worthy that really weren't worthy.
Woo! Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember
I
now.
can bleep names, so
Yeah, we can
remember
bleep
that.
names. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
But
I'm not gonna say no names, but you know.
but I do remember an incident that happened. Was it a couple months ago? We can say
I don't know which one you're referring to.
a couple months ago with a certain artist that thought he was complaining about the worthiness of other artists that are being featured.
Ah, yeah. The
I don't know
IG
the man's
shit.
name.
The comment.
Yeah, the petty man.
Yeah, there was
Petty
Ron's.
Patty.
It was
Patty.
this issue.
Petty Patty. Yeah.
Penny Patty.
It was this issue.
Petty Patty. You
Yes.
know.
It was this issue.
And
We-
the
we
thing
did
is, if you do research on all the covers, then you'll understand why they're the cover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like a lot of Petty Patties, but you know, if you do your research, you'll see what's up.
That's why some of that, like when I get the emails about
Yeah.
like covers, that's why I forward it to you because you can say it much more nicely than I can. Because I'll just be like, yeah, so you need a story, you need that. Like I wouldn't say it like that, but you know, it'd be very more direct.
No, we made it a little more easier. Everyone who asks to be a cover, they have to be entered now into a cover pool.
Oh, nice.
And we're gonna watch you to see if you're worthy of being a cover.
That's what's up.
And
That's good.
if you're not worthy, then you will not be a cover.
All right, so let's get into that. So it's for artists that wants to be cover worthy, say they're being watched, and when you say that, you're checking their social media, you're seeing how active they're being, whether they're pushing their music. Like, what is it that you're watching out for?
Well, for number one, definitely pushing music is definitely a thing.
Absolutely.
But also at the same time, it's not based off of having 600,000 streams and all that. It's really your story because you could pay for streams like that.
Yeah.
You could pay for that, then message me, and that won't make me interested
Hey,
more.
check me out. I got
so.
600K.
Yeah.
What's up?
Actually, that's like one of the worst ways
Was
that hit
that,
me
was
up.
that Trump trying to be on the cover?
No, that was me trying to sound like a sick man.
Hey, B, I've heard about your weird jersey.
Get that all the time. Like what?
Like scary similar. I'm sorry, babe. That just
I love to be considered for the magazine. I like to talk a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you know, if you come, you know, just come correct because saying it that way doesn't interest me because our platform loves to give opportunities, but it's not based off of clout. So you have to say something more than that.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, it's like you said, very simple to get all those followers. You can pay for it, pay for views, pay for comments, even
Yeah.
bot comments. We've been through this before. The bot comments has ruined the Instagram experience for me. Like I no
Social
longer
media.
want to look at comment sections anymore because it's always
Yeah.
some Russian model
Thankfully,
no post,
Thankfully, like
complimenting the dude for no reason.
I've gotten some.
Oh no, I've seen an artist page. Like he literally just will post some dumb shit. I don't know if y'all know. I can't remember his fucking name right now. But this guy literally just posts shit. All these bots compliment him on how he looks, and they're like super terrible English. Like you have to be remedial. And then you click on their page, it's fake as fuck. And he's commenting back on all these to help his engagement. Like he's saying,
he's actually talking.
Yeah, like they're talking in backwards, like good look you. And he's like, oh, thanks, babe. Like 100, like fucking prayer hands, like responding back to all these bots, and it helps him in the end. But yeah. Oh my god.
No, because I've had like bots
shit
on my page. I don't think the pod has had any. Check It has had some, and it's just weird. Like I usually delete them.
Hashtags bring them too.
Hashtags.
I only do hashtags. Like I did him a lot with Check It, and then after a while I was like, I can't keep doing. I'm fucking tired of this shit. I hate doing hashtags.
I dropped them, truthfully.
Yeah, I stopped it.
The pod we haven't done. I don't remember really doing it unless it's like Lyrical Fix. Like we do the one sometimes.
What's the thing? What I've learned about hashtags from like the experts, if you want to call them that, is that you shouldn't use a hashtag that has more than 400,000 posts in it.
Tags in it.
Yeah, tags in it.
So if you look at the number,
you gotta be a little more specific. You want to get between maybe 5,000 and like 30,000, because that increases your chances of being viewed.
You'll be seen more.
Yeah. Like you don't want to put just hashtag music under your fucking post. Like that's ridiculous. It's a waste of a hashtag. You want to be more specific, like Jersey music. If you're in a specific county, like Essex County music, Essex County rap. Like you want to be a little more like honed in on your shit.
Makes sense.
Go for those 30,000 to 50,000.
I like that. Yeah.
People.
Okay.
That increases your chances.
That makes sense. Because I'll use like maybe no more than like 10, barely. Like I'll no more than 10 for. That's when I started doing it. Was for Check It. And then after a while, I just don't like aesthetically. I really don't like it. You gotta be specific
with them. Yeah, I know. And then people say, don't put it in your actual post. Put it in your comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it as your first comment.
Oh, okay. That's why I see it. I've seen that, like, a few people do that.
I did that a few times. It does work, but I ain't got time for that.
I didn't think it worked if you have it in
I've
your
been
comment.
given those too. My friends are like, yo, use these tags. Those will get you ones for this type of content, and for this content, you differentiate them and shit.
Either study it like schoolwork. It's like, it is always changing. So it's like, dang.
And the drawback is you get a lot of bots to that, and then you get a lot of follow bots. You gotta, all that shit, and then you're getting hit up. Like I get hit up every day by a different model asking me if I want to see her pussy. Like it's ridiculous. Like,
well, I didn't get.
You know
that.
what I mean? Yeah, no, it's always that shit.
I've gotten. Well, I don't know if it's bots, but I've been getting hit up for like brands, like the influencer.
I get Illuminati.
I get a bunch of them.
You getting that too?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that.
You said,
I enjoyed. Like I got one today that was like
you said it like you joined. Like wait, now I didn't.
Something, and they want to work with you. It was
put out my
fucking
album,
weird
and
as
Illuminati
shit.
hit me up. I was
See,
like, nigga,
you're like, damn, I'm going somewhere.
Nigga, I put out.
Oh yeah. Wait. Real quick. So if you can hear, hopefully I'm gonna add a noise gate so you don't hear it. But there's a band somewhere in this building. They're far. No, when we came in, they were loud as shit from the elevator. And I was just like, I hope you don't hear that.
Yeah, they're having
a
whole rehearsal and shit.
Yeah.
If you're hearing that music.
I kind of want to tell them about Check It, though.
No, we was just saying, like,
I need a band.
We've been hit up by the Illuminati. Like, I remember, like, it was a couple months after I released Kick and Snare. So I was getting a lot of engagement on my page. And, like, I was hit up by Illuminati something. And they had a blue check mark. And it's like, you've been selected. Like, you can join the Illuminati. Like, let us know how you feel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
People be paying for badges.
Is that like when like West Side tried to get
No,
you?
that happened. Oh, and I got the Cassidy DM the other day.
Oh, you did?
I got the famous Cassidy email asking me about my budget, and, you know, let me know we can work something out.
Yeah.
The famous one that every Jersey rapper's been getting since quarantine started.
I like that, the meme you posted on your story. What was, it almost looked like the Tom and Jerry, like, was it?
Was it the one about people posing in front of those signs that saying big things popping, and then they can't do it during COVID?
That one was amazing.
Oh, that happened? I missed that.
Oh yeah, I
thought about
a meme
somebody
about that.
I love seeing dudes posting in front of the
bleep
labels.
this right now.
What? Okay.
As soon as you posted that, I thought about him, and when he was, I think, with Tidal.
Oh, you did that? You did some shit like that?
You don't remember?
I don't remember that. No,
It was a while back.
I don't watch.
With the bleep this, bleep the next word. With this.
Okay. No, but I don't follow.
My bad. Excuse me. All right, we are back.
And we back. All right, and we joined
so
by.
What were we just talking about?
So we were going into a myriad of topics before, but we're joined again. Just want to remind everybody by B, the Jersey Queen. We are Jersey.
Wagwan.
Wagwan. You know what I mean? And we are at this beautiful studio. What's the name of the studio, by the way?
Dopest Creative Studio and Eclipse Studios.
Eclipse Studios?
Yeah, Eclipse is the music and Dopest Creatives is the photography, excuse me.
Photo and art.
Okay.
Is that on the mic?
Oh, sorry. Dopest Creative Studio.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my bad. And Eclipse Studios.
and Eclipse Studios.
Okay.
In lovely Clifton, New Jersey.
Yes.
I had to mention that.
Down the street from a Mexican restaurant that is bomb as fuck. The service is horrible. I love that place. Oh, when we were gonna do the video call for the twins, that's where I was at.
Oh, that's
the
where you was
service is horrible.
Ah, okay. I see what you mean. Okay.
That place is amazing.
That was dope. I forgot about
There's,
that.
well, there's
Thinking
two.
about-
There's one in Passaic, one in Clifton.
And there's one in Garfield too.
Oh, well, there's three. I
didn't.
guess.
But I've only been to this one. I'm about to go over there later. Let me see.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh.
Fair enough. No, just let me know.
You want a drink?
I might have to. You know.
No.
I'm just saying.
Henny colada?
They gonna
No,
get
I
their
don't
drink
want it.
on
It's too
today.
heavy. It's too heavy.
Getting drink
Maybe it's
on.
just a
All
little
right.
mojito.
I
All
did
right.
a little something. All right. But back
So,
to it.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
when we were talking off camera, we were talking about a number of things. Drugs being one. So let me just say.
So you do the drugs, and then
I'll do
we'll
the
we'll
drugs.
get back to Sedona. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because it made sense in Sedona.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to do, I was just talking about. I've always wanted to go out to the desert, Arizona, wherever, Sedona, like you guys were saying, and get high.
Sedona would be some shit.
So what is it about Sedona, basically? So let me know, because I just know that I want to go to the desert and
Well, you could go
get
anywhere.
fucked up, so
Sedona, I mean,
is Sedona the desert or is it?
Sedona's a desert.
Okay.
It's a very
Spiritual location.
yeah.
What makes
And
it spiritual?
honestly, like when we were driving, like it was one of my birthdays. It was because me and my friend, her birthday is December 5th. Mine's December 3rd. So she's like, yeah, let's do something like for our birthdays. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like she travels for work, or she used to. And I'm like, you're in Arizona. Like, the fuck? She's like, well, just come out to Arizona with me and I'll take some PTO. And so my sister jumped into the trip. So the three of us are there. Sorry again for the rock band in the back. And I'm like, I could hear it through the headphones.
Wildin'.
Yeah, they are wilding right now. So anyway, so we went and we did like this whole crazy road trip. But our time to Sedona, I was in and out of sleep. I was chilling in the back seat. But we're going, and I remember just waking up, just feeling like the need to wake up. And then I woke up and I looked around. All of a sudden, I just felt like, and they were like, "Oh shit, you're up." I'm like, "Yeah." Like I just felt like sunshine and butterflies for a second. And then I'm like, "What?" I was like, "I feel like not that I'm high, but it just felt weird." And then they said they're like, "Yeah, like we kind of feel." Oh shit. And then I see it's a sign that says like now entering Sedona and shit like that, and you see like the mountains and everything's fucking just red and like that that desert look
And desert look, okay.
But
That sounds great to me.
But I love hiking, but I'm also afraid of heights. Like I'll do roller coasters, but I have a limit.
Right.
And with hiking, I get to like kind of push that limit, like face my fear type thing. So I get to a point where my legs start shaking. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I'm going to stop right
Oh,
here.
that's legit fear. Okay.
And my sister goes, "Oh, stop being a pussy, blah, blah, blah." And then, like, my friend, they're laughing, and they turn around, and they see me, and I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good. I can't. And, and then they're like, "Oh, okay." Because I'm just like, I'm just going to be, and I laid down. I went, like, on all fours. I'm just going to be right here. I'm good. Like I just couldn't move. No, because even like somewhere like up the Parkway, I just don't remember. Sam's Point, me and my friend went to, and he tried to like skate, like, "Oh, you're at the edge. You're at the edge." I was like, "Don't do this." And I literally like almost dropped. I was like, no, like it's a legit fear. Like I push myself, but I know my limit. But Sedona was funny because I'm just like, felt my heart racing and I'm sweating, and it was hot, but it wasn't that hot. It was dry heat. So I'm chilling. All of a sudden, like, my legs start shaking. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. Like, I was like, my asthma. Like, I was just screaming shit out. I was like, I gotta stop.
Were
like,
you high when this was happening?
I was not high. I was not high.
If you were high, that would have helped.
I think
that would have helped. I think they would give you a little more
what
confidence.
What type of high?
Nah, it would have given you more confidence. I know if
See,
I'm
what
high,
type
I'm
of high?
fucking great.
No,
I'm confident
I don't need
as
the
shit.
confidence
Every
to
time
jump
I've
off
been-
and think I'm gonna fly.
Well, no, not that type of confidence. That's just
No,
crazy.
I'm just
No,
saying.
no one has that confidence.
That's some.
But I would say
white
don't do
shit.
that. I mean, when I did my shrooms,
I'm just saying, like, they be sniffing like glue and be like, I can fly. Like, I'm just saying.
that's some white shit. You didn't tell me to sniff no goddamn glue.
So I'm just like, what type of confidence you trying to give
Let
me?
me sniff some glue.
I mean, no, but that shit
Motherfuckers.
was, Sedona was fucking beautiful though. Like, once I sat down, I was like, okay, I can breathe now. I just looked around, like, at the point, and they went to the highest point, and they're like, I'm like, all right, well, I felt like I was about to fucking die, so.
Doing shrooms in here would be a fucking trip, boy. Let me tell you right now.
You might turn around.
All these names would be popping out and moving.
Yeah.
All the faces, all the pictures in
For
here would be
real?
staring at me hard, and like I would see their eyes moving. Because
in the desert, you don't have shit.
well, I mean, you see everything. You see nature moving. So
what
like,
if a cougar? No, wait. What do they have? Mountain lions. Okay, so
I know,
they're.
if you see an animal, that's gonna freak you the fuck out, regardless. Yeah.
But do they talk to you?
Well, funny you mentioned that. The one time I did do shrooms at my friend's house, we all did it. We were just in a regular apartment. It was like October, so all the leaves were falling. They were different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was just super vibrant. I remember stepping outside to smoke a cigarette, and everything was like in full like HD.
Yeah.
Like my eyes had like put on 4K glasses.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like. We went back inside, and out of nowhere, my fucking father called me. And I remember we were all in the room, and I'm leaving the phone ringing. I didn't want to answer it. And everybody's looking at me like, yo, just pick it up. He's calling. And we're all high as fuck, not knowing why, thinking that if we answer this phone, like, we'll be fine. We're all just freaking out because my dad's calling out of nowhere. So everybody's yelling at me. Like, pick up the phone, bro. Pick it up. And then this guy's cat jumps on my fucking lap. The cat, of all people, who hadn't been saying shit, had been afraid of everybody, jumps on my lap and goes, like it's telling me to fucking pick up the phone. Pick up the fucking, and then, so I pick it up, and I'm talking to my dad, high as shit. He's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, my eyes are wide open. I'm like, I'm fine. He's like, what's going on there? I'm like, nothing. We're hanging out. I'm thinking I'm 9 and I just got caught smoking. I'm like scared. I'm like, I haven't talked to this motherfucker in years. Why are you even calling me? Just
That's
random.
a weird fucking moment.
Random fucking call. Nowhere. He just wanted to say hi and shit. I'm like, this is a bad time. I gotta go. And I pushed the fucking cat off me.
Did I tell you about the
Smacked the goddamn cat.
Did I tell you about the story with my friend and the squirrel when he was high?
No.
So my friend told, like, anytime you talk, I think it was shrooms he was on. Anytime the conversation comes up, he would say, like, I had a good trip and I had a bad trip. Like, if you're asking, like, because his sister is who I'm really friends with, and he came by to visit, and she was like, I don't know. At the time, she was very like, I don't know if I want to try it. Now she's tried like almost every drug in the world. But he was like, all right, well, this is what I have to say about shrooms. Is it shrooms or acid? Whatever. So the bad trip is he walks into like a bodega and just chilling, and all of a sudden like cops walk in, and he just gets like super like sweaty and nervous. And then the cop, I guess he was probably like acting suspicious, so the cops say something to him, and all of a sudden, like, the cop's face turned and like all horns grew out, devil face, like crazy shit. So he just bugged the fuck out, started running out, and then he was like, the cops are chasing me. I don't really know if they were chasing me. They were just chasing me. And that story was insane. And then another one, what was it? It was with his boy. His boy has his girl, I forgot who it was, has a tattoo of a cat. And he just like, once it hit him, he just caught himself staring at the tattoo. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden he's like, and then I became the cat.
Oh, no.
And then I'm like, no, this can't. Like, and then he's like, and then I thought about the demon one, the bad trip. So I was like, you know what? I need to take a walk. So he takes a walk, ends up in like some nearby park or something. I think he lived by Central Park. And he's walking through, and all of a sudden a squirrel comes up to a rock next to him, like the bench, like he's sitting down.
I'm so scared.
Crosses its legs and starts talking to him in an English accent.
No.
Yeah. And it was a good trip. He was like, we had a good conversation. It was cool.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're not getting me with some squirrel talking.
But that's
British.
out in public. That's what I'm saying. That circle back to Sedona, I think not even if you don't have like that spiritual feeling there, if you don't like kind of connect with it, it's still the desert and it's still open. I mean,
It's still a
Sedona
great
has
view.
a lot of tourists.
It's still a great view. It's still
So
a
I
great
think you
experience.
can probably go, like my sister in Vegas, she likes Red Rock. We were supposed to go hiking there one time, but I think it was like snowing and shit was closed off over there, but it's pretty cool.
I will say the cool thing about shrooms though is that, and what I was trying to tell you guys before, is that it gives you a nice little semi-spiritual experience. Like you take it, and I guess anything that's troubling you in your life personally kind of opens you up to it, and you kind of have that conversation with yourself about how you can better things, what's going on. Like you really get to, and I hate using this word, but you get to reflect on what's going on in your life and really take a look inside yourself, speak to yourself. It's kind of like you're speaking to your conscious, like it's your therapist, and you're just having like that self-therapy session.
Your higher self talking to your current self, right?
Exactly, yes. And you're figuring out all your problems, like all your insecurities. You're
addressing it.
You're addressing it. Anything you have PTSD over, any trauma, you're kind of addressing it right then and there, and you're handling it with yourself. So as long as you're around good people, good music,
Then
nothing
you
that's
can do
freaking
that.
you out, not going to a bodega where you might see a police officer, as long as you have good stuff around you, it's a positive experience all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I say if you're going to do it with people you trust. If you're lucky enough to have someone that's sober, just to watch out in case anything crazy goes on, all the more better. But for the most part, it's a pretty good, safe experience as long as you handle it correctly. Like
Yeah,
with
that's
any
what I
other drug,
heard.
do it in
Yeah.
moderation. Not saying go crazy and just fucking do some random shit, stand outside of a fucking 17-story window and
Because they
take
say
some
like
shrooms.
shrooms you should do out in nature.
Yes.
Nature
Okay.
too, or somewhere
that's what I
that
heard
where
a
you,
lot.
if you jump out of a window, you're still on the first floor, something like that, just in case. You never know. Some people have had some crazy trips. I've heard some shit.
I've been a witness. That's why I've never taken shrooms.
All right, fair enough.
I was a babysitter, so
Fair
that's
Right, so you seen the worst then?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
wasn't in nature; it was in a room. So
Was there any like weird shit going on in the room?
it was like a hotel room, but the person just dropped a bunch of times, and they got up like they were normal, but those drops were heavy. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to make sure you're in the right, comfortable location.
And then you're there babysitting, just like freaking out, like what the fuck is this?
Like, I don't know if I should have did this.
And then it usually lasts like 8 hours.
We cut that down early. After a few falls, we were like,
Now you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
We need some water for you.
Yeah, see, sometimes you just need people that can be cool with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I just keep it with weed nowadays. It's so much easier, right? It really is. Like,
I
What?
just remembered. We were talking about the stones.
Oh, we're talking about the stone? Yeah. Do you want to get right into that? We were just talking about drugs right now. I don't mind talking about stones.
It's still like spiritual shit, right?
It's still
Right?
spiritual
Right?
shit.
Kinda?
All right. The spiritual shit. All right. The stones that we're rocking right now. Mm-hmm. I got my hematite. I think I'm saying it correctly. Is that
Yeah.
Hematite?
hematite?
Yeah.
Hematite.
So,
And you got your
Opalite?
opalite.
I heard
Just like the moon.
I kind of remember hearing good things about them because when I was in Sedona, like we went to a couple like crystal spots and shit, and my friend and my sister are very into that, and I'm like, I don't know what is my first time going. I was like, I don't know. They're like, well, just whatever calls out to you. I'm like, okay, cool, all right, like whatever. And then I've had certain things like that, like okay, I need this, like. Especially when it comes to like graphic design or like anything like that, where it's like, no, this is the type of look I want, or like that kind of screams out to me. But a rock, I'm like, I don't. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first. I'm trying to understand the whole process behind it.
Yeah.
This is said to have like just gives you good energy around people.
Yeah,
So
certain ones, yeah.
whenever I feel like I'm in a room and I'm like not feeling so comfortable, it helps it out.
Yeah.
Like I've yet to see it work, but then at the same time, I haven't been in any rooms lately where I've been uncomfortable. So I guess it's doing its job.
Correct.
But it's also a sense of like I like to know who's gonna be there when I go somewhere.
True.
So I don't feel
so
weird.
you mentally prepare yourself.
Yeah, kind of. And I hate to say that nowadays, but it's like you kind of want to know. Because sometimes you be in a room with people you don't want to be with,
That you
and it just makes you
trigger,
uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just have to.
And it kind
Snapple
of kills your
facts.
vibe.
Yeah. So so that time, like the rose quartz I just kept like going back to it, and then I was like, I grabbed one, playing with it, kept looking around, and then after a while I was like, oh shit, I still have this in my hand. And I was like, maybe a necklace, because I'm looking at it, like I was telling you guys before, I'm like, I'm gonna lose you.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely gonna lose you
Yeah,
in
they
like
seem really easy to lose.
in like an hour.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna end up at the car that we have to give back to the rental. So
So it's just the stone?
It was just the stone. Like a lot of people just have like
Tumble stones.
yeah.
Oh,
So
is
they
that-
just have
okay,
the
they're called tumble
stones. So
stones,
the
okay.
crystal, like then they keep them in their pockets. Or
And then it
in,
has
like,
the
a
same
pocket
effect
or
as
something.
if you just wear it, as long as it's in your possession.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause like my sister I know and my friend, a few friends will just like have it on them or like in their purse in like a bag. So whenever like they'll take it out, just keep it in their hands.
Okay, stupid question, but I gotta ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Are you more protected with more stones?
That doesn't mean in the sense of do bad things and you're still going to be protected.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
like-
mean?
But better energy
It's not like a
around you,
shield.
Um,
I feel like Pro thinks it's like a shoop.
and like a
I'm
force
shield.
field. I
Like a
think it's
force
okay to
field.
ask. That's why it's a stupid question.
as long as I guess you take care of your energy, then like it'll be maintained
Mm-hmm.
more
Right.
so than a bigger brick wall, if you will. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
It reminds
So-
me, to me, it's almost like a safety blanket. Like,
Yeah.
it's your, like, okay, like, it makes you calm. That's how I see it, but I've never, like, had one. But I had, like, I kind of felt that with that stone.
It depends on the stone, I think.
In a sense,
Yeah.
is it kind of like a placebo effect? In a sense,
Uh,
like it's all right. Well, some people may not believe in like the stones at all, and they
Okay.
just think the fact that okay, if you have this on, it just gives the illusion that you're protected. Do
I would say my stones have helped me a lot and
Mm-hmm.
helped me in my growth a lot. So I can't say it doesn't work because,
it's definitely had an effect on you.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
sure. Like but I also have a lot of stones.
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
a
oh,
lot
yeah,
of different types of
around.
stones.
Okay,
so.
so different stones for different occasions.
Yeah, like
See, I'm trying to figure that out too.
so. For example, EMF, shungite. You know, if
Okay.
you got to protect yourself from that. Actually, this is supposed to help with this too. Actually, this is also be like spiritual communication.
Okay.
So, other realms, if you believe in them,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Oh, we talked about that.
No, we did, but there's
Yeah.
like so many other like theories and philosophies behind this. I thought it was just kind of one school of thought.
Which, of what? School of
Oh
thought?
no, just of the stones and
Oh,
everything. But
the
I'm learning
stones.
like and like astrology, but there's different types of astrology. There's different
Yeah.
people that think different things. Like
Yeah.
I know my number is 9, that's it.
like me being
Oh,
a Virgo.
numerology.
Numerology.
Well,
like
that's a
that,
whole nother
That's
thing. in
another
itself.
thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
No,
But
but like
no-
I'm saying, like how many, like how
But they all
extensive
connect
it is.
though.
It does.
You know what I mean?
connect, yeah.
It's all definitely connected. It's just, you know, there's of course there's astrology, but there's like tropical like tropical sidereal,
That I
like
don't know.
all that stuff if you're learning your signs. Like that's why a lot of people have no idea. They're just reading the surface level and just like deem that as fact.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Without
yes.
understanding.
Yeah.
But if you understand or break down your birth chart, you know, you could learn so much about yourself. Like
Mm-hmm.
well, one, the problems that you're supposed to have in this lifetime, problems you had in your last lifetime, you know,
Yes,
health
I've heard of that.
problems,
Yeah.
certain houses, you'll be able to learn everything. So,
No, I've heard of that recently, and then I just found out during the beginning of quarantine, rising moon, and what's the other?
sun, moon, and
Sun,
rising.
Yeah.
Sun, moon, and okay,
Yeah.
sun, moon, and rising. So,
Yeah.
all right, so I'm a Virgo, but I think my rising. I see. I forgot already because it's like it's.
I
But, like-
know. I got the new phone and that app gets disrespectful.
Which
So I
app did
did
you get?
not-
Skip CoStar. Get
it
the
wasn't-
pattern.
Pattern. That's what it was, and it was like kind of CoStar was like super disrespectful. So I
But
didn't
it's
do it.
broad. It's too broad. Don't listen to CoStar.
All right, so I'm gonna get pattern again, and I will get my rising and
and
Sun, moon, and
sun.
rising.
There you
sun,
go.
moon,
Sun,
and
sun,
rising.
moon,
So
rising.
it's three
Well, your
additional ones.
sun is probably
It's
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius,
But then your rising,
but
your
the
moon.
rising, I feel like it said it was Pisces, but I'm not entirely sure.
No, is she
What?
emotional?
She can be.
Oh,
at
okay.
times.
Yeah, I have to look.
But
it
a
up.
lot of times she also like.
Don't
I get
dissect
the-
me until I find out for sure. Okay.
No, but other times
So,
you just don't give a
B.
fuck.
So what is? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, so what is yours?
My rising?
Yeah.
I have a Libra rising and I have a Leo moon.
Libra rising.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
and you're a
I'm trying to
Taurus?
figure it out.
Yes, I'm a Taurus.
How the hell you have 3 different signs? I, didn't,
So,
I thought it was just
so
Everybody
on a
has all
specific-
these signs.
So on a specific day, you're just a Taurus, or you're just a Leo, or
No, my exterior.
It's the moons. I mean,
um,
like the moods.
okay. So on the exterior, I'm seeing a Taurus.
Yes, you're seeing a Taurus. If
But
you get
when
to
I-
know me, you'll realize there's certain Libra traits I have. But because I have a Leo moon, I can have Leo emotions from time to time. Depending
Okay,
on the
so then,
topic.
all right. So let's say, for example, Q knowing you the closest, he'd see you on the outside as a Taurus, but getting to know you, hang out with you, and everything, you seeing those qualities of Leo. Is what you're saying.
I guess so. Maybe he would see certain Leo qualities from time to time.
So I'm
I
guessing the
would think so.
competitive side is a Taurus.
I don't know. It's
I
the
kinda-
competitive
I
side of
would
the
think
Taurus or
maybe
the
a
Leo
Leo.
side, I
would
guess.
think a Leo.
No comment on
This is all crazy shit. And then numerology is crazy because I released my album January 11th. I've been seeing 11 since quarantine started. Everywhere.
That's my life number.
That's your life number. All right. And then I walk in here, boom, door's 11.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
shit.
already in a great fucking mood knowing this shit because I've been seeing it everywhere. So I see on my clock every hour I'm seeing 11. No matter what. 11, 11, 2, 11, 3, 11, whatever. 1, 11. I just see it, and I don't know how to take that. I don't know what that means. I looked it up online. It says it has something to do with angels watching over me for
Yeah.
a greater purpose.
So there's definitely certain angel numbers, 100%. Synchronicities, in my opinion, are like pretty much their messages to you because they can't talk to you. They can't call you. You know what I mean? But they're going to keep showing you the same stuff so you get the message. Kind of like how in life, like, you repeat the same stuff to learn a lesson.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You have to learn a lesson to pass the test, and then you keep going to know that you're on the right path.
Okay.
So synchronicities help you know if you're on the right path.
So when I'm seeing the 11, it lets me know I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're saying. Okay.
When your life is not syncing up, your life's not all the energy in your life's not on the same vibration to be on the same playing field. You feel me?
Gotcha. Okay.
I can't even. I don't know how to. I forgot how to work this shit. I can't even tell you what moon or sun.
Now, is
is.
that the same thing if I'm seeing if I'm seeing 333, 444?
Correct. Yeah.
Same
So, but the thing is, the numbers for you are going to mean different things. So you have to pay attention to what you're thinking about when you see those numbers.
Okay. So if I'm having positive thoughts whenever I'm seeing those numbers, and I just keep thinking those things, that's
Let's
where I need
say,
to go.
yeah, like for example, let's say you guys are having a conversation and you guys have like an amazing idea. Then you look at the clock and it's 3:33. You're on the right path.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. But let's
I've gotten that
say,
a few times. Yeah.
yeah. So you definitely probably have been through that. You know,
Yeah.
especially as a creative.
Yeah, I think about it all the time. Like, I'm always thinking about vibes and being in the right mood, the right setting. So I
Yeah.
definitely take that into
I
account.
don't know how to find my stuff. Shit.
Oh, you are terrible at this.
I know.
Did you put in your birth time?
Yeah, everything's in there. It's already updated. 6:50 a.m.
That's another thing.
December
I
3rd,
didn't know-
1992.
I didn't know the time that you were born made
Yeah,
a
it
difference.
makes a
in
difference.
It
Yeah.
does make a
everything.
difference
It
because where the planets are placed at that time, you know how like the orbit, of course, I'm about to come back to it. The orbit, of course, you know, it goes through that orbit every year in different
Yeah.
places and stuff. So like every single time it's placed in a certain part from the time you were born, and it like happens in your lifetime. Then like those could be the good times in your years. So like for me, like I'm a Taurus, but like right now Uranus is in Taurus. So I've been having a lot of success and a lot of luck. You know
Just
what I
in this-
mean?
While that's happening.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
So it all synchronizes up, you know?
All right, so then what do you do when you know that there's time coming that doesn't exactly revolve around your signs? Like, how do you handle that?
You just try to make smart decisions, really. You know what I mean?
Like, do you stay out of the way of certain things, like on purpose because of that?
You should still live your life,
Right.
but still try to be aware. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I'm pretty sure you know the differences between certain times in your life where you're like, you're moving in life, but like you're not really aware. You're just robotic. You're doing what you have to do.
Like, okay, like pilot mode or whatever, autopilot.
Yeah, you know what I
sorry.
mean? So, but like when you actually are aware, you can actually think things through versus just being on autopilot. Like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. Like, maybe if I break it down this way instead, you know
Okay.
what I mean? So when you're aware, fully aware, you know, it just ends up working out for you. But you have to just, you know, try to be in the present,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, I
So-
be trying to think about this stuff all the time, and I'm just trying to figure out more and like trying to research where to look into this to get the right type of information. Like, how's that been for you? Like, because this has been like a part of your life for, I'm guessing, a while now.
Oh yeah, a while now for sure. I would say, I don't want to say online everything, but different things online connect to each other.
Okay.
As weird as that sounds, that's the best way I could really put it without
then-
using examples.
And then from there, that's where it goes from like collecting the stones.
yeah, and then you try it, and you try certain things, or even meditation. Even like as growing up as a kid, I don't know if you're like your parents or your grandparents or whatever was always saying like, you know, if you have a problem, like talk to God
Yeah.
and see what actually happens.
Right. And pray about it and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and in certain cases, things are just removed.
Okay. So then do you keep religion and your spirituality also close to you as well?
The only thing that separates it is like society's perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, there's one controller of everything that happens. You
Right.
know what I mean? So that's
You're-
the universe. That's God. That He made everything. So
We were talking about that before the other week about like our thoughts on religion. Some people with
And, like,
are
afterlife and stuff
atheists,
like
some
that.
people agnostic. Like me per se, like I don't really believe in any one type of religion, but I do believe there's like a divine creator
yes,
that's controlling everything. I think
Yeah.
we're not just here by random chance.
yeah.
I think there's something like bigger to what's going on.
Yeah, the same with me.
Yeah.
There's definitely something bigger, and that's why it's only divided by religion because of society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In reality, that's to make us believe this is better and go against this person, all of that.
Yeah.
In reality, we're all looking for the same thing.
Because it's supposed to be
Right.
just like pretty much guidelines and something to have faith in, and yet people took it to like a whole new level.
Yeah, different dudes in
And I
different
think that's
parts of the
what-
world made book
Yeah.
on how to live.
And
And expect people
humans
to follow
turned me
it.
off of, like, I remember having this conversation, and I don't even know how it came about. It was middle school. I made one comment. They said something about church. I was like, oh, I don't go to church. Oh, you're going to hell. Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. I'm
Dumbest
like,
shit I ever heard.
I was like, yeah, okay. So I'm going to hell, mind you. I'm a virgin and you're not. Oh, okay. Like, and we in middle school. Okay. Like, and everybody was like, oh, this is in the middle of class. Like, maybe 7th or 8th grade or some shit like that. Just like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
no, so I don't go to
Right.
church. Like, that, I'm going, okay.
That was one of the most confusing things growing up. Like
Mm.
the more religious people were also the most judgmental.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like, making me feel terrible for not like handling a prayer the right way, for not crossing at the right time that they were, not getting it down.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They would always make me feel like shit because
Yeah.
I didn't do what they did. But mind you, they were doing so much nasty shit behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like these are the most judgmental people. But
Yeah.
I guess they're there every week trying to repent for what's going on, knowing that they're bigger monsters than I ever could be. Me at 11, like this wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, because that was my thing with it, and it was just like a huge turn off to me. And like before that, like I had mentioned that previous episode, that like we used to go. The only church I've ever been to was a Baptist church, and my grandmother and my aunt were like so heavily involved. And then once they found out, it leaked that my aunt is really a man. That's really my uncle. Then it was like her best friend. Like they were like attached best friend type of Carol. Yeah, Miss Carol. And she was always at the house every day. She was always part of holidays. Then she found out and she told everybody at the church, and then that was it. And like my aunt tried to go, and it was this huge scene, and I wasn't there for it, but I had heard about it. And that was probably like, because my mom was always like very free about it, like, okay, your grandmother wants to take you, like, go ahead, like, but you know, it's up. She always taught us like it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. Like my brother is atheist,
Right.
but one of my sisters is like heavily like into it. She would try, like, I mean, her husband, like after a while she figured it out. Okay, like this is who Sade is, whatever. Her husband would still like, oh, have you read the Bible, blah blah blah, blah. And they would argue. She's like, just she's not atheist. Like, just believe her alone. Like,
I mean,
you know,
there's just
type of
so
shit.
much backward shit in the Bible to begin with.
Damn.
No, these niggas.
They be at it.
Ooh.
That's not Bible music. That's
No,
fine.
that and
I'll tell you what.
it's shaking the table.
No, it's.
I feel
Is
it.
it
Do
really?
you guys feel it underneath your feet? Yeah,
I
hear
feel- I feel
noise.
the bass, yeah.
You do.
This shit is.
Yeah, no, the mic is actually shaking.
Yeah. No, I hear
Yeah.
it. I hear the shaking.
It's actually the table is shaking where the mics are. It's happening.
I don't know if I can get rid of that.
I mean, is this a song? I don't even know what this is. This is it's not even a jam session. Like they're literally just clashing.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh, okay, we're
Oh,
back.
wow, they're done.
Is it? No.
Oh
that's
no,
just
it's
the
gonna
bass
come
playing.
back. It's gonna
Oh.
come back. God damn it! Actually, I can deal with that.
He
as
said
long as-
BRB.
Yeah. Do a solo real quick.
Oh shit! Well, while he's
Yeah.
doing his, that shit sounds crazy.
Do I-
on
yeah.
here.
Yeah. This. Oh, it's very important, man.
Reading is very
I've been,
important.
Laws of Human Nature. Like just a lot of shit like that dude Robert Greene that did 40 Laws of Power. Like it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
getting
I've never read that one though.
Sand in the desert itself. That's why I because like
Did you want a break real quick?
The Alchemist, like
no. Then it's funny that I haven't read that one. I've been meaning to read that
Oh, I
one.
have it. I'll give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
I have it.
My fucking name is the fucking
So
author.
nice.
it goes to a lot of what you guys are like speaking on right now.
Oh yeah.
Today And with the desert, even if you guys are like jokey, but like it's serious, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No matter what desert, like the desert is supposed to be like a spiritual place that speaks to people anyway, like mirages and all that stuff, so it's all connected.
No, I agree. The desert being a spiritual place. I've always heard that. I've always seen it, like whether it's in movies, even cartoons. Like it's kind of put out that way.
Yeah.
Bring the soul out of a man or woman. Obviously, when I say man, I mean, you know, like a human. But like you can trip in the desert without taking any drugs.
Right. You see like a mirage and shit. Yeah.
Eat, you know, or desires and shit like that. So it's
That's true.
It's crazy. It brings that out of you. Like that's what it said. So
That is very true.
You gotta take that little walk out there.
To go back to it, it says rising, Sag, moon, Pisces. What else am I looking for?
You're a Sagittarius sun and Sagittarius rising?
I guess so. And then moon is Pisces. I have double Sag.
Emotional, but super sarcastic.
Is
That
that me?
sounds like you.
Is that? Oh, I didn't know.
You.
The accuracy.
Yeah.
I had to look it up online because the pattern app did not fucking help. Oh, because I think I got that from CoStar, like originally. I knew that's where I got the Pisces shit.
You got a lot of water signs in here. That Mercury, that Mars. Well,
What
she
is
got
it?
Cancer.
You're not on the mic.
The
Q.
Cancer.
But what does it mean?
All kinds of things.
Oh shit.
Wait, is he really low when he's speaking?
Well, he's not on.
I know
no,
there's
he's-
no mic on him, but it can't hear at all.
No, not at all. Especially with this shit. Because
the only
No,
Taurus.
whatever if the
No, 'cause you
mic.
said some dope shit and it don't come on the
I
mic.
know. That's why I was looking at you like, God damn
He
it.
should have been over here. No,
Yeah.
Because even
Nah, I'm fine.
too bad. I mean, I should have got back that fourth mic. She ain't even using it. But anyway, so because I have to get that out, it won't catch anything you're saying at all. Unfortunately.
But I was saying, if you could hear what we could do in editing is like we could do little captions in the background. What he's saying.
No,
If
I
it
can't.
can't make that at all?
I hear
Okay.
I hear you guys talking. I
don't
barely
hear
hear him. I've heard like a couple things, but I hear them like through the mic. Like I hear a lot of like this shaking. So it's like
Dang.
yeah. It's gonna be a lot of
I'm saying
editing.
like that.
So sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
No,
what
it's
happens.
okay.
It's cool.
Now this is like, yeah, you need a rock band for Check It.
I had a couple already. I want
Have you
more.
really? We've had, all I've
Give me
seen is I've seen
$20.
hip hop, R&B. I've seen some dance hall. I've seen some comedy, which has been
They
great.
give me $20, and then I had before you came into the show. I had some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean it's mainly that's the because I listen to everything, and that's the only thing that sucks when you like when you're like this. Okay, so like I work with hip hop, I work with R&B, but I listen to so much more than that because this is what I do. I guess it's kind of a job, but I take a break with Spanish music. I take a break with like punk and rock and all that shit. Like I was listening to Nirvana last night. So I take breaks with that, but then when like somebody sees my phone or like they get into my car and like that's because the Bluetooth, that's the first thing, like those, you were listening to this? I'm like, yeah. Like I like you ever get that when you listen, like you surprise somebody with something that you listen to?
Oh, all the time.
Like disco? Yeah. Word else was saying?
You like disco?
He's an old man.
I
Don't
just
even.
realized I can probably get his audio, and I can do captions off the cameras.
There you go. So you fuck with like Donna Summer? Anything from the disco era?
If you're not watching the video, I apologize.
disco, like, cause a lot of alternative music is like disco pop.
Hold up. So who's someone right now that's like modern disco?
Toto y Moi. You heard him before?
Spell it real quick. You know.
TOROYMOI, I think.
I feel like I've heard.
Almost three words, like Toto y Moi.
I feel like I've heard that. But
Yeah, he makes a lot of shit. Who else? What's the dude you had on? Jamez.
He got a few songs. Not all of it is disco, but he does have a disco track.
I heard that name very recently.
Yes.
Very recently, I heard that name.
Jaden Smith has some disco influence. Like it's a lot of like pop rappers or musicians that use that like sound, and I mean unless you really listen to it, like you probably wouldn't even like put it back to that time. But they probably like that type of shit.
I hear that. I've heard.
A lot of artists are influenced by rock, but they don't necessarily make rock music, but they're rock stars.
But there's rock influence in it.
Yeah, it's kind of same like that. Like how Travis, he's influenced by some rock. Uzi, how they influenced by some.
Oh yeah, they got that rock star. Yeah.
It's kind of like in that vein, like how the new disco comes out in music. So.
See, I've noticed that with a lot of artists, because when we were coming up in high school, our era, we were also doing the hip hop. Like we had the G Units, we had the Dipset, but then there was another like culture under that where we were listening to like the emo bands that were coming up.
Yeah.
Like Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Like Korn.
Papa Roach is mine.
Freak on a Leash.
Yeah, if you want to consider, Limp Bizkit, if you want to throw them in there.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
because
you
they were
can.
kind of in that
Sum
genre.
41.
Yeah.
Sum 41. Wait, Sum 41, was that after? No, I don't think that's it. That was
No,
I was gonna
isn't
say
that- isn't that
Incubus
same
was
era?
your
Incubus?
time.
Incubus,
That was your
yeah,
time.
Incubus.
So you
was
hear
really
dudes
good.
like Little Uzi now, like they can recite those songs, like Juice WRLD. I remember him reciting like Marilyn
yeah.
Manson and shit. Like,
And then he also had a thing with
Yeah.
Yellow Card,
So
which was a little
you kinda see
bit after Papa
that
Roach.
fusion of hip hop and rock and the culture and like and in the clothing. Like a lot of it's like a lot of punk '80s style.
Skinnies, even though like Caribbean people wore tight clothes, when we started wearing it in the hood, it was more so because of the rock shit.
Right.
Like wallet chains and black.
Yes.
What? Oh my
And
gosh.
then there was that crazy ass little time, that little like right when Dipset, that style was kind of ending, and they started that skull and crossbones
Yeah.
Oh my
era. You
gosh.
remember that shit?
I just thought about
Everybody
Ed Hardy.
Had a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
like bedazzled out Scully.
The Ed Hardy
Ed
era.
Hardy shit. Oh my god, the trucker hats.
What? Oh,
that
wow.
little era. That was like a 2-year phase. I hated that.
And the
fucking
bling
era.
belts.
The bling belts. The
Oh,
wallet
yeah.
chains.
I remember that one.
Bro, I couldn't stand that shit. That was the rock star era.
There was a
The
lot
party
of
like a rock star era. I
There was a
hated that
lot
shit.
going on.
Bro,
Oh
I
my
hated
God.
that. I hated that fucking
People would
shit.
have at parties. They would have studs in the wall.
Yeah, it was a, it was a
From
bad
dancing
time.
on
It
the
was a- it
wall
was
with the
an
girl
ugly
in
time.
front and the guy with the studded pants against the wall. Like,
It was ugly.
That was funny.
There was
I
a
just
page on
imagined it.
Instagram I was looking at
Facts.
yesterday, Time Capsule. I don't know if you guys have heard it on Instagram, but like they go down like
Oh,
the
I've seen
fashion of the
that.
2000s.
oh my gosh.
I was seeing the fashion from the Video Music Awards. Yo, these white people was just crazy. Ashley
Embarrassing.
Simpson, my nigga, that might have to be the cover.
Wait, who?
Ashley Simpson. The way her and Fergie and all these people were dressing
Ah.
like, yo, they had the jeans that
Yeah.
was like the jeans would come out over and they would drag the floor. Yo, and then they, it was an ugly time. Everybody wore the fucking Uggs that were like 2 years overworn.
You
They
gotta
were, like,
find the
kinda
picture.
bend into the
shit.
floor.
Just like blew smoke into your angle. Sorry.
Bro, it was so bad.
It looked pretty cool,
was,
though.
This was an ugly ass time for fashion, the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, no, it was rough.
And like, and back
It
then,
was such a good time though
back
for
then
music.
we were like, no, this is the shit. This is how you supposed
I think
to
it was good
dress.
for
Sick.
music.
Y'all
Oh, thank
thought
God that band stopped.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta just dress regular.
sweats and sneakers.
Like, it's not- like, I didn't-
You can't tell me nothing.
I
I
went
look the
through
same.
trends,
Yeah.
but nothing like too embarrassing. So it's like okay.
No, but I had the 4X
I went through hair
white
trends.
tees,
I had
though.
bangs at one point.
you
never
had the
did that?
4X.
I had the 4X. See,
What?
I was short, and it was touching like below my knees. The shirts were below my knees. It was bad. It was foolish.
I'm trying to understand how he was not wearing it and you was not going bigger than the 2X.
I would go to Newark and get the fucking
Oh no!
$5
Do you remember that picture?
$5. I get 4
Wow,
packs
this
of white
fucking
tees.
band again.
for
Do you?
$5.
I kind of want to make that the cover. That
What?
picture you sent me a while back.
What, me?
5X.
What, in high school?
Yeah, where
Oh, I
you?
can't find that picture. I gotta find it. I don't know who has that picture.
Man,
There's a picture of me with like a size like 8 hat fitted,
It was a bunch of them. I'll just blur
Just
out
like
everybody's
this.
face.
just like that. Like fucking yeah. Like, it was a sad time. It's weird, man. Like a red
Let's see
shirt
if I have
under
it
a
on this
black
phone.
shirt under a blue shirt.
Yo, my brother dressed like that. I was just a witness.
I dressed like I was on the practice squad. I had the fucking wristbands.
Oh yeah, he definitely had. I used to steal his headbands all
with
the
a
time.
do rag under it. Like I had no sense. I had no fucking sense of wearing a do rag. There was no reason for me to be wearing a do rag.
I don't know what you was doing, but
I'm saying I was a lost individual. That was the hip hop culture though, because there was white boys wearing do rags like wave caps and shit like that.
see, I would just take my brother's headbands. He'd be mad as hell.
like
at me.
you know, and it was just like we was all dressing like who was our heroes back then? Dipset, Iverson,
Facts.
you know.
Nike on the shit.
We had exactly.
I didn't have a lot of Jordans at first. I had a lot of Reeboks though.
I'll take my brother's shoes.
Yeah.
You wasn't wearing the big ass tees. You was wearing a jersey, which was just as big.
I took my brother's jerseys.
Who was making those jerseys back in the day? A Champion? Mitchell Ness.
Who had the sticker?
The size with
Oh,
the
Mitchell
number.
and Ness. Oh my
So if you
God,
had
I
like
had
a
the
52?
snapbacks from them. Ness was, oh shit.
There you go. See what I mean? So it's like,
You gotta stand that's extra large for a fucking athlete.
right.
So that shit is like,
You're wearing it, and then you playing ball with that shit. You try to do a crossover dribble. Your shit getting caught in your jersey every time.
Oh my gosh.
But that was the
I-
shit. You
ooh,
put the
shit, I
ball
put the volume way
in
too
the
high.
jersey and spin it around. Like you was on the N1 shit.
Oh wow.
Oh man, that was the shit back in the day, bro.
Literally
I
flashbacks.
think if I don't,
Flashbacks, man. You remember how ugly that G-Unit tank top was when it first came out?
I used to have a G-Unit
It
hoodie.
looked like a fucking bra.
I might still have a G-Unit hoodie. Actually.
I moved around so
I
much,
can't-
so I don't have none.
When I saw, I was like,
I
nah,
loved
I look
G-Unit.
like
I was
50.
loyal.
I
can't
had like
do this.
pictures and shit. That's
I didn't
about
have the
it.
muscles for that type of tank top. I had the man boobs in early high school. It wasn't working for me. Yeah, nah, brother.
Y'all out here embarrassing yourselves.
Hey, look, we can talk about a time back in the day. It's okay.
Like, dang.
to the white beaters, the regular one.
The regular white bitters was the way to go. Yeah, that was. And then it was just crazy. Now the time where like the go-to fashion thing was a white tee.
Yeah.
Everybody, you just see a crowd of dudes
That
in
still
white tees.
is
just
a thing in
icy
Patterson,
white.
at least.
No, it still is.
I feel
Yeah.
like
it
I
still
drive
is.
through Patterson in the summertime and all I see is white shirts on everybody. And I'm like,
Yeah. No, it still is. Yeah.
It came back in general. White tees
Yeah.
came back, but not in that
Juan
size.
only wears
Newark
white
too.
and black tees. That's it.
yeah.
Money on jeans and shoes.
Right.
They only got $5 for a shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I completely understand. If you're spending all your money on shoes, them being expensive as they are.
I know. Yeah.
Budget.
Juan update. He upgraded. He has now Calvin Klein white and black tees. Like he'll get like a brand.
And those aren't
Like
cheap.
he'll yeah. So because I told him, I'm like, listen, you're not about to like keep going to the heights to fucking get your shit. Like no, like we need to go shopping for
Yeah.
you. So he'll have a bunch of shit. He'll have a bunch
Exactly.
of shirts, but he still will just rock with. He's like, all right, Century 21. He discovered it, and it's his best friend, and that's where he was rocking with the Calvin Kleins. And he was like, that's it. That's all I need. He was like, I'm not going to like a little 99 cent
Well, that's
store
the way
no
to
more.
save bread because
It's
otherwise
getting-
you paying
It's
from
gotten
Calvin
to the
Klein.
point,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Centuries had the deal.
They got the
miss
deals.
Century. They shut down. They went bankrupt, right?
What?
Yeah, I just seen they're closing. I don't know how many are closing,
Right.
but I seen some shit.
In Paramus?
I think so. That's the one that's by me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
I mean, we all did that too. You know, we all spent crazy amount of money on shit when we was younger. I know I did. And that was the bullshit too, because I kept buying white tees because you knew once you wore them and you got them dirty, they're not gonna be the same no more. Exactly, just white tees, and that's it. That's all you knew. That's it, and it was the best thing.
Jerseys here and there, but every other day,
White tee, a fresh one, ready to go. Can't nobody tell you shit back in the day.
because it's only 2X.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A mess.
This was the.
How did we get into spiritual shit in life?
And
The
then,
2X.
and 2X.
Back into this topic.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's what
Right,
we
you're
talking
right.
about candles, but we ain't gonna go there right quick. You know what I'm saying? That white candles. You know what I'm saying? Do everything with it.
Yeah.
No, that spiritual shit really speaks to me though. Like, the older I get.
Yeah.
No, it's all good, man. No, the spiritual shit definitely speaks to me though. The older I get, like I realize more and more how beneficial it is to just have inner peace.
Yeah.
You know, and not let the outside shit.
I think you
like,
realize
get
it
to
once you get older and also have to deal. God, it's fucking banned. Oh no, I have to. I've been turning down my volume on the mic. You hear it more on my mic. So when I'm not talking, I turn down the volume. So fucking banned. I forgot what the hell I was saying. What was I saying? What was I saying?
Huh?
What was I saying? I don't remember anymore. Go ahead.
When
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
yeah,
older.
yeah. When you get older and you go through a bunch of shit, and it's like, then you realize like, okay, that whole inner peace talk that maybe when you were younger and you're like, the fuck you talking about inner? Yeah, okay. Then you're like, oh, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing that you need to achieve and you want to achieve.
It becomes a real thing.
Yeah.
And like what you were saying before, knowing like when you get signs of stuff that you shouldn't be doing anymore, like that also becomes more apparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also at the same time, you know, is again being self-aware is 100% a necessity.
Yeah.
Because some people just be causing mayhem and they're just so unaware.
Yeah, not knowing it's a repeated cycle that they're doing.
Yeah, and they just don't learn the lesson.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
just blame everybody else, but they're the problem because that's why they're stuck. But you have to pull yourself out of there. Nobody else can do it but you.
Yeah.
I mean, people can call you out on it, but eventually you have to do it yourself. You have to do
Yeah,
the work.
you gotta be honest. Everybody can't be mad at me and blaming me. Like,
Right.
I have to have some responsibility.
Yeah, and at a certain point, you have to realize, like, if this shit is happening to you and it's continuing to happen, it's something in your life that you have to change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to face it. You can't run from it. You can't beat around the bush.
You can't blame others, like the whole deflecting. And I think that's part of like the whole inner peace thing is being able to take responsibility for your own shit and acknowledge like, okay, I made a mistake, or acknowledge I did this wrong, or you know, and it becomes more apparent. I mean, for me in my case, that when I started seeing people that weren't right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, no. Like, I grew up around, like, chaos. And, like, there was a couple moments, like, you know, like, I had some, it wasn't all chaos. It was pretty cool. It was chill. But just growing up with adults that didn't have inner peace
Right.
kind of thing.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah. And so like, you know, I had to grow up fast. And that was one of the things where, okay, this is something that I need to kind of achieve.
Yeah.
And then you lose it. Like, I lost it in the way, and then I started being around people that were just chaotic and just all over the place,
Right.
and said that they were healed and there's nothing wrong with them. But if you're going to say that, then that means there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
If you can acknowledge that you make mistakes, and you can acknowledge that your life and that you yourself aren't perfect, it's kind of like, you can't explain it.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned in the Charlemagne book. I think it's something to the effect of you have to acknowledge what's going on, make the apology, whether to yourself or to whoever you wronged.
Mm-hmm.
Action, like taking the correct steps to fix that, and then accountability, which
Yeah.
is being on top of yourself if you were to like
Accountability
slip
is
up.
big.
So
See-
those 4 things are like a big part of the healing process.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was reading a book. It's called All About Love by Bell Hooks.
Yeah.
And it's actually about how, in general, in society, in this world, not only the United States, we come into this world with a certain expectation of what love is. And that's something that people have to unprogram from themselves because people don't realize, like, a lot of the experiences we have as a child through our family and through our parents, that's their first time. They're learning too.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, they weren't loved in the right way. So they only teach you what they know, and they don't correct what they weren't corrected, you know, from when they were younger.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that 100%. Just myself being a father, and being a father who didn't have a father growing up, so I'm trying to do this whole fatherhood thing with no training, with no experience, no real role model. Like, I had a stepfather, but we hardly spoke, and he wasn't around much. So when I'm like right now, this whole quarantine, I've been home. I've been doing daddy daycare. So my kid started virtual. He's coming home from his little couple days of school, and I'm getting into that whole meme thing, like when the parents telling the kid, "What's 7 times 3?" Like I'm becoming that parent, and he's just like 10. Like, no, like you're adding. I'm getting into that with him, and I'm realizing, like, yo, I gotta have patience. Like, I
Yeah.
gotta chill out. Like, I can't be yelling at this kid. But it's like I also want to tell him, like, yo, bear with me because I'm trying myself too.
Yeah.
And he's starting to see it now because he's 10.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm watching my dad grow up and he knows now. He's like, you didn't have a dad. Like,
Yeah.
I explained that to him. He's like, I know, Dad. And he's like, so whenever I do get like a little bit impatient with him, he understands. He might still cry and I have to apologize. And that's been the biggest thing. Like, I'll come back to him and I'll say, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. And we work on it like that because I never had that growing up.
Yeah.
Fatherhood is a crazy, crazy thing, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's definitely one of the things that I learned a lot about, and especially making the whole Kick Snare album. Like, I included a lot of fatherhood talk in that because it became such a big thing to me, like really getting into the whole fatherhood thing. And now through COVID, like the whole fatherhood thing has been like raised like a whole nother 10 levels because I'm just there with them every day.
Yeah.
And I'm real fortunate because I was in a position where, like, if I was working a regular job, I wouldn't get to see the baby as much. But I've been getting to see him growing up, like walking around, just like seeing, you know, getting to see the world. We're outside more now, you know, with regulations going down. So he's getting to see my oldest play soccer. So I'm getting to see like he's in love with just being outside and, you know, kicking a ball around. Like
Yeah.
you get to see all those things. It's really cool, and it just reminds you of like kind of enjoying the moment while you have it.
Yeah.
You know, everything like that. But there was something else we were talking about just now
yeah,
off
go ahead.
camera with the book that you said you were reading, which is just you said it was pretty much about unpacking the thought and the whole philosophy of getting a reward for doing good.
That and just what is love, like the entire perception of love, because our parents didn't heal, our grandparents didn't heal our parents, you know what I mean? And then they didn't really heal us because they're just trying to work and make sure we go to school, you know, or whatever they you know, they push us to do. So certain things are just perceived as love, but it shouldn't be, because it's more so of a society's perspective, and it's just pushed on us to think that love means gifts.
Right.
And love means spending material things, and love doesn't equal quality time as much for people. It's like, how much should you spend on me?
Yeah.
You know? And a lot of these things have to be unprogrammed within ourselves to realize, like, what is love really, you know? And it's a positive feeling. And love doesn't include all of the mistreatment or the abuse that other people endure, thinking that's a part of the definition of love. So that book helps you learn and unpack those things and realize the right way you should be giving out love to other people.
Now, what are the first steps to getting to that unpacking process?
Addressing traumas, and most of those traumas started in childhood for most people.
Yeah.
And because when you see your parents, you're in love with, like, well, not in love, but, you know, you love your parents. Like,
Right.
you admire your mom, you admire your dad. They made mistakes. They didn't always say sorry, you know, but you have to realize that they're learning too, so that you could turn it into a different perspective and realize that they did only what they knew,
Right.
and not hold resentment and think that you should take that as love from other people as well, because sometimes our parents make mistakes. So
Yeah. It's tough enough. I'm
It's like
definitely
part
learning
of
that
the
too.
generational curses, like breaking that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like with your dad.
Yeah.
And you being a father.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, my generational curse that I'm breaking basically is just being there for the kids. One thing that I noticed, like, I'm just not trying to do the same generational curse that my father did. What he did was when the relationship didn't work out, he pretty much just fled the country. Just left, didn't bother, didn't want to be the weekend dad, you know, couldn't accept the fact that my mom moved on and met somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's the number one generational curse that I'm trying to break. Like, regardless of what happens, like, I'm just going to be there for my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's number one priority. And so that's been another thing that I've just been trying to, like, make myself aware of and just focus on, you know, like, just being a better father. You
Yeah.
know, that's really, like, one of the, like, my main goals in life. You know, besides the music stuff, it's just about being a good role model for my kids. Like,
Yeah.
knowing that I am their main source of, like, a father figure.
Yeah.
You know, they're both young boys. They're going to have to grow up and be alone in this world at some point, and I got to do what I can to prepare them for that time. So it's one of the things that I definitely think about a lot every day when I wake up, and one of the last things I think about before I go to sleep. And it's constantly fucking with you because you are the provider. You're, like, the main guy. Like, they look for you for advice and, you know, just how to be a man. And it's just, like, it's tough when it's like, shit, I didn't even get that fucking training. Like, I had to
Yeah.
learn it from, like, TV dads. Like, it's true, like, when J. Cole says, like, Uncle Phil was that dude. Like, Uncle Phil, fucking Carl Winslow. You know, like, all these TV dads, like, these were my fucking role models. Fucking Danny Tanner from fucking Full House. You know, like,
Yeah.
Uncle Jesse and
Yeah.
fucking Joy Gladstone. Like, all these motherfuckers, like, Homer Simpson in a way. Like, I learned a little bit from all these fucking people, and I take bits and pieces. Obviously, the good parts. Obviously, I'm not an idiot like Homer, not as much. But, you know, like, you have to take what you can and then just apply it and then try to fix it yourself when you're old enough. Like, it's a really big thing, fixing generational traumas and
'Cause
curses.
I didn't think about it, like, when I was talking about the whole inner peace and how, like, what I went through and all this and that. I think that would be kind of, I guess, my generational curse that I'm trying to break through, I guess, is being like, not settling and, like, going out for more kind of thing. And
Right.
Not
Yeah.
settling, and because, like, my grandmother settled with my grandfather just because, like, they went out on a, like, he, like, kept hassling her to go out on a date, and she's like, all right, fine. They went out on a date, and she was like, all right, I gotta go home, I have a curfew, like, because her brother, she just came to America, her brother had a curfew for her, and he was like, you'll be fine. She gets home and everything is locked, and she ends up spending the night with him.
Damn.
And there.
Just
it was
like that.
kind of like, okay, that's what it is. Like, she just got kind of kicked out of the house. Yeah.
Damn.
And then, like, my mom wanting to get out of the house because my grandparents' relationship wasn't great, and just wanting to get out of the house. And she always worked, like, throughout high school. Like, she worked at a she's gonna kill me, probably like a bank, I think. So she would always, like, dress for the part and like be dressed all nice and shit. She didn't really like chill like that. Like, she always wanted and work, and that's where I get it from. But then she met her first husband and kind of got in like a whirlwind mess of, and he's almost like that, where my brother and my sister, like, from my mom's kids, he's a deadbeat dad. And that's where my brother, just like you, where my brother's like, I don't want kids. He said it to me. He's like, you're my, like, baby. Like, I don't need kids. And he said it flat out. He's like, I'm afraid of becoming my father. Yeah. And then my mom's second husband, my father, ended up being like the superhero dad that came in and raised some other motherfuckers' kids. So, like, okay, you had, like, my brother had those two like models, like, okay, what not to do and what to do, but then he still, because he's like, he thinks it's in his blood. That's what he has, it instilled in his mind, like, no, this is who I'm gonna be. That's it. Yeah. So he'd rather just be like a bachelor for the rest of his life.
See, in that sense, I can kind of see where
he's following his father.
It's kind of where you're saying, you have to just unpack that shit. Yeah. You have to realize that whole scenario had fucked with him. Yeah. You know, since the beginning, and he's got to address it, and then know that, okay, there's more to life than this, and I don't have to be that same type of guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. I think with anything, not just kids, but like whether it's relationships, whether it's like addictions that your family may have had that you find yourself having, like shit like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Luckily, like, you know, we were talking about the shrooms, and you're like, oh, like, I seen it happen. Yeah. And that's why I don't do anything, honestly. And it's funny because, like, my father was, you know, pharmaceutical. Like, you know, pharmaceuticals and shit. And he never did. He didn't even smoke. He was a pharmacist. Yeah. Like, he didn't smoke or nothing. Like, he didn't even really drink. He just had his cigarettes. That's it. And, I mean, I still drink. But because he liked having, his whole thing was like I like having control. Like, I need to have control of the situation. Where I think it's more because my mom would be like, oh, you're like your father. Like, he doesn't like smoke. He didn't like smoking, this and that. Like, yeah, you drink, but because I think I can still have control. Like, I know my limit when I'm drinking. When I'm smoking, it was cool, but I'm just like, no, like, I need, like, I can't be that relaxed. I don't really like being that relaxed and shit. But I also think it's because I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Okay. Rabbit hole.
Fair enough.
Alice in Wonderland. I don't want to go through that because I seen it my entire life. Right. And, like, I've lost family members because they went down said rabbit hole. And, yeah. So it's one of those things where you realize, like, you have so many fucking curses to get through. Yeah. And it's...
And then when you really take a second to unpack and you feel like you've found more curses than you originally thought you had.
Just now. I didn't even think about the settling one until like, you were talking and shit. And I'm like... Besides addiction, what else do I... Oh, yeah.
So I'm saying, when you really get down to, like, the basics and you break your shit down, like, you find out, there's a lot wrong. Yeah. Like, I got a lot I got to unpack and a lot I got to fix.
Because they weren't taught the right things to do and how to handle shit.
Nah, it was a whole nother thing. Like you said, they were just focused on working and providing for the family.
And our generation is kind of like, oh, that's not normal. Okay, so what do we do now?
Yeah, well, there's so much conversation. There's so many videos and podcasts and so much content revolving around, like, bettering ourselves right now. Like, there's a lot of like, mental health stuff going around.
And, like, finding that inner peace.
Yeah, like, it was just was it not Mental Health Awareness Month?
Yes.
Just now? So it's like you get a whole month dedicated to just reminding us that we need to take a break from everything. We need to decompress. We need to just, like, find our ways to just heal. Yeah. You know, whether it be meditation, some people smoke, some people work out. You know, some people are fucking jogging. Like, there's all different types of how to, like, release. Yeah. You know, different shit.
Do you think you have any? Do you think you've broken any or in the process of breaking?
Me, I would say yeah. For me, both my parents are gone, but they both passed away working too much. So, like, my father passed away shortly after he retired. My mom didn't get to retire. Like, she went to work the same day she passed away. So, for me, it's definitely all about, like, taking care of yourself more, taking care of your diet, just, like spending more time with people you actually care about.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, money is cool, but there's no point of working so hard to have money and have nobody around you.
Yeah.
Nobody to chill with or
Enjoy
spend
it
it
with.
with,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is for me, really.
So when it comes down to it, you're okay with having a better experience and having money.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's not something that I admire and love so much. You'll never see me talking about spending this amount of money on this and throwing all the money into this, because, like, what does that really mean? Like,
Right.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, your character is so much more important than how much you spend and
Absolutely.
how flashy you are.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
How you treat people is definitely more important. Faking the look doesn't matter to me because I really don't care. You know what I mean? But I care about how you treat people, because if you treat people bad, I won't be there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
I
That's
getcha.
just me.
No, 100%. I agree with that too. Yeah, it
Yeah.
all comes down to how you treat people in the end. Yeah, the money it's all materialistic shit. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter in the end. And nah, man, I can't agree more. I couldn't agree with you more on that fucking part. That shit really makes you think a lot too. Like how much like this and it kind of goes into that book, how like the younger generation has been conditioned to think that like we need to have money, we need to have designer clothes, we need to have that Gucci belt.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna take this girl out, you better at least have $200. You better take her out somewhere fancy. Like, people forget like the simplicity of a date. Like, it can be a very simple thing and like meaningful.
Even-
Like, and you don't have to take her to like the fanciest restaurant in town.
Yeah,
Have
you
some
don't.
shit.
You know, like, even think of it as a kid, like Christmas. You wanted to be cool around your friends if you had the Xbox first. Did you really need to make your parents spend $700 or whatever when the Xbox was brand new?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It was never needed. Yeah.
And people would be stressed out about it because they're not cool. They don't fit in with their friends. Like, does it really matter?
Yeah, it became a peer pressure thing.
Exactly.
Like,
you know?
you're gonna be the only one of your friends without Jordans, and
And-
you were clowned.
And that's the thing. Society forced us to make us think that our friend is not cool for having the latest sneaks or the latest game system or the latest this and that, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you fucking find what the cheap shoes at Walmart. They're so much cheaper, but people don't know they're made in the same fucking factory as the Jordans were.
Yeah.
It's just that this side of the building of that factory happened to just stitch over the fucking Jumpman logo on it.
Exactly.
And now they're sold for $500. And yours, you just got on the fucking Shack joints for $30, or the Stephon Marbury's and shit. And it's the same fucking thing at the end of the day.
And you guys could still be on the same basketball court doing whatever y'all
Doing
gotta
whatever
do.
y'all doing, it'd be cool at the end of the day. But y'all want to clown somebody because of a fucking logo.
Exactly.
Like, when I saw like the difference in Supreme shirts, like a white T-shirt with the Supreme logo,
Yeah.
over $100. Like, really? Like, this is
wild.
motherfucker selling a brick with the Supreme logo on it. Like, I knew like we were.
Oh my god, I
headed-
forgot about that one.
Yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
anything that had a fucking Supreme logo, a Supreme sticker on it, like all of a sudden became over $300, and people would line up for the fucking item. Like, I'm like, yo, this is a crazy fucking generation that we're in.
Which is really insane if you really think about it. They're going to line up for this expensive item, but not line up for things that actually matter to our people on a daily basis.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is another thing, like, and then it even happens in school. Like, we're not teaching our kids the basic principles of life. Like, I've seen memes before, like, the schools should be teaching kids how to do their taxes. Should show
Oh,
kids how
yeah.
to, like, try to purchase a house.
Yeah.
You know, like, how to
Credit.
go about, build your credit.
Yeah.
You know, like, one of the smartest things my mom did for me to get my credit up was when I turned 18, she got me a credit card, used it to buy a piece of furniture, like a furniture set that she was going to pay off right away. But like, that was like a cool like $3,000 that she paid for with the card, and then paid it off real quick, and it got my credit up. She's like, here, hold on to this. When you're ready, you'll use it. Like, that's the smartest thing I can guarantee, like, to tell any parent for the kids. Like, put a credit card in their name, start buying little stuff, and then pay it off real quick, and you'll build up their credit. So by the time they're old enough, boom, I got a fucking 700, 800 credit score.
Ready to go.
Ready
Yeah.
to go into the world and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Smartest thing ever. My mom, I love her for that shit. Like, it helped me out so much to the point where now I was able to get my own fucking house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's little shit like that that you got to
Yeah.
do for your kids that they don't teach.
Financial
For whatever
literacy.
reason.
No,
is
they
just-
need to.
It's something that needs to be taught. Like, and it's one of those things that you have to like break that generational curse yourself, because if you're gonna have kids, you might as well teach them that shit.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, they're not going to teach you it because it's a part of the systematic loop to keep you
Talk about it. Talk about
To
it.
keep you below and not
Yeah.
know what you need to know.
But they want to
Yeah.
tell you to buy that Gucci belt.
You need all these things. They're going to force you to do all these things, but they're not going to teach you the things that you need so that you can get ahead
Yeah.
and be where you want to be.
Because I seen one argument for it not being taught in school was, well, the parents should be talking about that, like when they're like the teenagers, when they're about to, you know, become 18 and they can do all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, like I know a story where these one parent, what the fuck? Where I don't know if it was both parents or just the father, where he opened shit in his kids' names and fucked up their credit.
Oh, see, there's
And
the
they're still
drawback
trying
to that.
to fight because he thought everything would be fine. I don't know if he selfish reasons and thought like, oh, it's not going to mean anything. If anything, it'll help them, or he did it specifically to help them.
And
I
didn't
don't
know what he was doing.
And didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
And they both have like horrible credit now, kind of thing. And it's like not everybody, especially that was the big thing about quarantine and having to teach your kids at home, is not every parent is equipped for that. So, and now you want parents that weren't even taught properly about the whole credit thing and like to teach their kids about it. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
what you
crazy.
expect.
I had to learn a whole new way of doing division this past year.
That shit was wild.
They switched up the whole formula.
We
Yo.
talked
Oh
about that.
my God!
And you
what?
told me about that one teacher that I don't even
Oh
know,
man,
that shit
last
was
year my
weird.
kid's teacher,
Last year, yeah.
my kid's fourth grade teacher didn't believe in homework. Just didn't believe in homework. Like the back to school night, I'm there and she's like, "Yeah, so I have a very unique style of teaching." So all the parents look at each other like, "What the hell's about to go down?" She's like, "I don't give out homework. I don't." And she gave us a reason, which at the time seemed like, all right, it makes sense. But then it's like, he's coming home and I'm like, "What's up, buddy? How was school?" He's like, "It's cool." And he just jumps right on his PlayStation. Or he's on his iPad. And I'm like, "So what's up? We studying?" He's like, "No, I don't have any homework. I'm good, just a quiz on Friday."
Fucking weird.
I'm like, "Turn this off and get to studying. Like, what the hell
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like, what do you mean there's no homework?" And that, like, it mind fucked me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, growing up, like, I had homework in fucking first grade.
Yeah.
You're in fourth grade and you don't have homework for the whole year? What type of shit is that? And, like, I don't know. I guess her thinking was that they're going to learn so much there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in making them go home and try to learn on their own. They should just learn when a teacher's there and a teacher's aid. And she don't want to put any pressure on the parents. I'm like, okay, that sounds cool, but what is he really learning?
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much that he can learn because you got different periods. Like, you're learning Spanish for like a half hour, then you're learning math for a half hour, English, all this stuff at once. You're cramming all this shit in, and you're not giving him any work to go home and like review for the next day. Like, it kind of seems backwards.
Kind of piece things together on his own. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is what she was talking about.
Yeah, so it's like you're not going to retain any information after that 30-minute lesson.
Yeah.
You kind of have to bring it back with you. That's what the whole point of homework is for, to keep your mind fresh. At least that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Reiterate everything you just
Reiterate
learned.
everything.
Yeah.
You got to retain that info. Like, you can't just,
It's just weird.
you know. So yeah, it was really weird. And then to go from that to where it is now, where it's like it's a whole. You got to look in the emails, then you have to look in some stream thing. Shit's all over the fucking place, bro. Come to find out, this guy got 3 Spanish essays to write before the next day. I'm like, oh man, it's 10 o'clock at night. What are we doing?
That's crazy.
Yeah, little shit like
Spanish
that.
essays.
Like, yeah, I mean, for fifth graders, it's not that serious, but yeah, in a sense, like you gotta give us a word, and it's bullshit, man. It's a lot of learning. Where we even end up? What topic was that?
I don't know.
We were all
We've
over
been
the place just now.
Yeah, we just been
Generational
With
curses.
generational curses.
Curse,
But you know
yeah.
what? Oh, but we were talking about also financial literacy.
Yeah.
One of the big things also with that is how it's not taught in the music industry.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's actually what I wanted to get into too. So
Somebody was just talking about that shit too.
what?
Maybe-
About there was I forgot which rapper it
I
was.
feel like when I'm trying to think, this music plays and fucks up my
Yeah, go
thinking.
ahead. Oh.
No, I mean,
Oh, while you think, okay, I'll talk.
right.
I forgot who it was, but saying like how they admitted when they first got like their deal and got all this money. I just can't remember the guy's name. How he was reckless with the money and then realized later on, oh, okay, like I got it. Like he got smart about it, or somebody probably was like, "You're going bankrupt," or some shit like that. And how he wants to help the upcoming rappers into the industry. Like, hey, yeah, you're getting a bag right now, but you got to think about the future.
yeah, longevity.
So it kind of remind me, like, even like when 444 dropped, like that whole shit. He's like, kind of like be smart about your shit.
Yeah, that was a master class in like financial literacy. that album.
A Hove masterclass. I would
Yeah.
so attend that.
And it makes me realize like how important it is for like the elder statesmen in hip hop to have those types of messages in their music. Because before that, like, no one was really talking about how we should save money or how we should, get into ownership. And I think that album kind of jump started all that talk about ownership to now where it's like it's become like a cliche term in the hip hop culture, like ownership.
Yeah.
Not a partnership, ownership, or at least a partnership of 50-50. Like, you want to own everything. You want to be the one that owns his own studio, owns his own record label.
Yeah.
Getting
That's
the
why
money
like
that.
more imprints came out where it was like a partnership with the label.
Yeah.
Rather like Nipsey's, and then who else had a partnership? I can't remember right now.
No, a lot of people went 50-50.
There's a lot, but like you see them now where, I mean, not right now, like in this moment, but you seen like an abundance of partnerships, and it's like people are starting to smarten up. Like, instead of just signing to the label, sign with them in a sense.
Right, because at the beginning, like, that's all we knew. Like, artists, all they know is just make
Give
a demo.
everything and get the bonus.
Make a dope ass demo. The label like finds you and says, "Hey, we're gonna throw you this amount of money, and we're gonna have you tour all over the world." And they don't tell you that that's gonna be your budget. Like, all that shit that you think the label's paying for is actually coming out of your money.
Yep.
And now you're gonna end up trying to recoup that shit through album sales, and there's gonna be a crazy interest rate put onto that shit that you'll never fucking make back because no one's really buying music like that. And because we're a label and we're also a media company, we also own TV stations and movies. We could care less about the fucking music industry. That's a small dent in our pocket.
Yeah.
But we don't really give a fuck about you guys. But you'll just end up paying us however you need to.
Yeah.
Like, they get trapped in this situation, and no one's telling them this.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think the industry would ever like unionize?
Well, it won't be the industry. I mean, the artists will have to figure that out.
No, but like not.
Yeah.
I mean, like artists in the industry.
I feel like they should. I feel like it's a matter of time. Just like the actors have, like, SAG, the Screen Actors Guild. Like, it's only right that musicians should have that same thing, like where they can, possibly get into a pension.
I know. I see
benefits.
you thinking.
He's trying to start that up, right?
Who?
A union. Yeah,
Wait, who's singing?
Lupe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Black Thought, a few artists in it, but obviously they're the corny artists, so you know what I mean? People
Yeah, nobody really respect them.
listen to them, but like they do have their own like artist guild, like type of thing where they help each other and they send out books and assignments and stuff like that to help each other, but people just don't want to listen or try to be a part of things like that for some reason.
Very true.
They, in my opinion, I think they have to start an entire new thing because everything trickles down to the elites that be controller type of thing. You know what I mean? So it won't ever get to be fair.
Like he said though, if it was Hove fuck with Lupe, Hove fuck with Black Thought. Exactly. If they can,
But they'd have to do everything.
like Hove, I understand. Like it's like I have so much more to lose, by doing certain things. So I can understand if Hove might want to fall back, but it's like it's gonna take somebody like Hove, or like even Eminem, maybe somebody that's like at the top and that's respected to co-sign something like that. So you don't feel like Lupe and Black Thought are just trying to carry a whole like genre because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to save their whole genre,
Right.
But it's like losing battle when the people at the top aren't co-signing what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I think it's as simple as like them just pulling money together and trying to set something up like, a health plan.
Yeah. That was just about to say
it's very important. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Benefits.
I'm sure they could probably partner up with some brand company corporation or something that isn't with poor values.
Right. They actually care about like taking care of people.
Yeah. A sincere company. I think they could, it's just the time to do it.
Yeah.
No time like the present. I think if they can get it together and work out the rules, if they just get together with a company that specializes in this type of thing, I think it could work. I think, but they're also trying to figure out themselves.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, like hip hop is so young, like it's only at 40 something, but it's crazy to think that like it took like whatever point it comes at, like say if it's like tomorrow, it took 40 something years for that to happen.
It's crazy to see something like that just come out of nowhere.
What, 30 years? No, like maybe 30 to 40 years for us to even start talking about it.
Yeah, and it is the top genre in all of music.
I think even past hip hop, it's just
really
something.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's young, but at the same time, it's like, damn, it took 40 years. Like if you think about it,
It should have. From from where it started, it should essentially started like that.
Yeah.
It started as a group posse type of thing where everybody was taking care of each other anyway. So
That would have been the perfect time, but then you're also not thinking about it. You don't know where this is gonna go because it's brand new. No.
No, not at all.
like, you know, like somebody like DMX had to go to a rehab probably with a bunch of rich people.
Yeah.
And DMX may have sold a lot of records, but rappers don't make the same money as like actors and athletes.
No, not at all.
So when I'm in this freaking fucking rehab with Charlie Sheen, and Charlie Sheen got $20 million in his bank, and I got $20,000 in my bank, that's a big ass difference from my like how I'm gonna be feeling when I leave from here.
Right.
Yeah.
But if there was a place where like artists like can go into a rehab and actually like be with people that they can relate to, like as opposed to being around these rich people, like yo, like I always go back to DMX because he really was broke. Like imagine DMX being with Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom was never broke, just was a crackhead.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So his
He was.
views were a little different than somebody that is like, I've been doing this, I've been at the top of the world, but I'm still struggling.
Yep.
And I don't get it. Like you said, they will keep giving DMX chances to recoup this shit.
Right.
Because he's that fire. He's going to keep selling shit. So his first 3 albums, if he wasn't recouping, like, they didn't give a fuck. Yeah, like you said, it's like, oh, yeah, 20 mil. You know,
It's nothing to them.
Like, what you going to do with it? Spend it on fucking drugs?
Yeah, like Warner
But-
Brothers doesn't care about the music division. Like they really don't.
No.
These big labels, they got movies behind them. They making
But
billions of
honestly,
dollars.
I really look at it as though maybe because I'm like an old head or an old soul person, you know, I feel like this has just been like this since the beginning of time. Like if you really think about like before hip hop right now, think of even TLC, the stuff when I was like a kid, you know, for TLC when that happened, you know, and then like think about like even 70s, 80s artists who really are super talented legends, and their music is still played everywhere, and they don't get the respect or the credit or the money that they deserve from all of that because of everything.
They don't own nothing.
But that's the thing. It's always been a system so that they can make more money off of the culture and the creativity of the people involved.
Yeah.
It's on purpose. It's not a
80s, we started taking our own music and remixing it and making it into rap music, right?
Yeah.
Now, or late 70s, early 80s, right? That's how rap started.
Right.
DJs, they were producing beats using what? Stop.
no Run DMC.
Oh,
Like-
they were even after like
Like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
After that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like once they started coming out, and even you know, like say like in the early '90s, the labels was like, fuck that. We were holding these songs so we can use them.
Right.
Like from Elvis on, you know,
From the
we were
rip.
using
Yeah.
the music. Once we started using the music, it started becoming a problem, and they started charging us, taking our songs away, and like we haven't like been regulated to mixtapes and shit like that. Like the shit was crazy how they were just like icing us out, not trying to allow us to make music. So like it's like she said, it's been a plan, you know, from the beginning with this shit. It wasn't trying to let hip hop in.
Think about how long they've been doing this, and realistically, nobody has fought for it. Nobody has fought for it as strongly, and we can look around the wall and we'll see all these people that our parents used to listen to.
Yeah.
And you would think like, oh, that song is, I heard that as a kid growing up, and that was such a great, amazing song, legendary, played at barbecues, whatever. And then like you check on them now, and like they can't even live, like some of them can't live a regular life in the sense of being comfortable.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because they just never got everything they deserved from their hits.
There's only one room for one Michael Jackson. You know, it wasn't room for, you know, 3 Michael Jacksons. Even though there was 3 talents that was out there, but they wasn't allowing something like that.
And there was definitely enough money for all of them to like live comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Prince was like on the opposite side, but he was still loved by everybody.
Yeah.
But they still wouldn't, like Prince was good on his side. Them niggas came together, they would not allow that. Like
No.
liked
They
that
definitely sparked. Oh, and we talked about this back when right before like Monica and Brandy's verses.
Yeah.
How the labels probably like just kind of started a feud just because, you know, like for looks and like the image and like
Oh,
they're
it's
battling.
all
and
paparazzi stuff.
they're
it's
not even
all-
the same.
It's all wrestling. It's all wrestling.
Yo,
So
there you go.
even to
It's
take it
wrestling.
back, like the Michael and Prince shit just reminded me of it. It's like they probably fed them some bullshit because they hated each other. Like,
You know, it was somebody.
it was probably like, oh, Michael said this about you.
Yeah.
Prince said
It
this
was,
about
it was
you.
bullshit competition made up between the labels trying to
Yeah.
get these guys to do. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. Yeah, all it takes is one person saying something in one of those artists' ears.
But this is
Nothing alike. People like get that misconstrued all the time.
Like Monica and Brandy.
But
I'm trying to think of
people
who
have
else.
to always remember, though, like, even though it's music, this is still the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
This is
entertaining
not real
when they're
life.
and
Yeah.
when they're feuding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's only for entertainment. And that means also for their
'Cause-
pockets.
Yeah, because music alone and talent alone, unfortunately,
Doesn't
like
do it
we
no more.
know,
Yeah.
that doesn't cut it. Doesn't, you know, it doesn't make the money. So that's why if you add a feud, if you add some drama, then bam, you got a star.
All right, man. So I'm gonna say that now. So let's get into this right now. I didn't want to bring it up before, but since we're
ahead.
talking about drama, what do y'all think about this whole Tory and Meg situation?
Oh
man?
Jesus!
I gotta say,
That's where you was going.
See,
because
I didn't even think about it.
it has to do with possibly labels creating drama, creating a conspiracy.
Well, I
What's going
didn't.
on?
I saved like all the shit that's happened this week. I saved it for the next episode,
Mm.
so I haven't gone through everything. Like the live, I didn't see, but like he goes on live saying that she was lying, and then they're actually like she considers him a friend. Then I was also I got into
There was a leaked conversation.
See, there's a thing.
Yes. Okay.
They were talking, and the new for the Joe Budden Network shit, and I don't know which one mentioned it, but they're like, all right, we're gonna argue about Meg because this is how I see it. It just doesn't make sense how she didn't press any charges, but here she is on social media, crying and a whole bunch of shit, and like, is it? And they brought it up like what you're doing right now, where it's
Yeah.
like, is this all the label? And that was Tory's thing anyway. He was, and his father, he's like, this is a label trying to break somebody down, or like just trying to start shit in a sense.
Now on the other side, this could just be a lying ass nigga,
Yeah.
just gaslighting like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Trying to make it seem like he didn't really do this, and it wasn't what
Yeah.
it seems to be.
Like devil's advocate.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
And the friend just went on live too. That one I saved. I didn't even get to see it.
bruh,
That's what they keep trying.
so the story, and then there's also leaked
gonna
conversation
shoot at her
of
own foot?
Meg's.
No, if she shot at her friend.
She shot at her friend, and
Oh,
Tory
is that
was.
what her friend
Well,
said?
there's a conversation.
That's what
Oh.
There's like if you
Controversy.
shooter, it had to be her.
Right, and there's leaked conversations of the bodyguard. Meg's bodyguard had like a phone conversation. He's breaking down what happened. Like he left the gun in his car. He stepped out of the car for whatever reason. He didn't really explain that part, which is fishy already.
I think we did that too.
No, came out like this past week,
Oh.
and basically saying that Tory and Meg's friend were fighting over the gun, and while that happened, the shot was let off, and it looks like a ricochet, not an actual bullet.
It was a ricochet.
It was a ricochet, right? Because there's no way that you get shot in your foot and you don't have any damaged bones. Like a bullet is gonna break your foot, and we're seeing this girl twerking like a week and a half later.
It went through her heel, though. That's what it's saying.
Right. See, so it's
Ew.
like, and then we see
Gosh.
pictures of her foot, and I'm like, these could be doctored. I'm getting this off of the shade room. Like, I can't put 100% confidence in what they're saying because they got it from somewhere else. Like, you don't know if these pictures could be doctored. You don't know what the story is. Like, we're going off of 3 different people's stories and the cops who we already don't believe. You know, there's so many holes in this fucking story. I don't know, but the one thing I heard was, and again, I don't know the validity to this, Tory just became independent, just was able to own his masters, and his label wasn't cool with that.
Yeah.
So for this to come
he
out,
said it on the song too.
yeah, for this to come out when you're now independent and own your shit, your back catalog, no one can't do anything to you, no company could touch you.
And this
Really?
is how they can.
This happens, like it just seems all too convenient sometimes. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not sticking up for the guy. I'm not saying Meg's a liar, but it's very possible that he could have gotten played, and the labels are making Meg like, hey, we need you to lie. Everyone's gonna believe you. You know this. You know, black women are very put on a pedestal right now, so you'll be fine. I could see that.
Or she could not really be on it, and it can just be they can be lying to her.
That too.
Like I'm pretty sure she don't know what happened.
Listen,
Like she don't know what happened, but from what, like was told to her when she turned around and was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck? And if your friend says, yo, this nigga, you see he got the gun, he shot you. Like, I'm gonna believe my friend too.
Right.
I'm not gonna front, I'm gonna believe my friend. Now, like, I'm also from a certain type of area where I know, like, I've seen domestic violence just as bad as that.
Word.
And the lady will not tell.
Right.
I mean, so I can understand initially where she was just like, I'm not gonna tell on my nigga, or I'm not gonna tell on my homie, like, I'm not gonna do that. But then the labels started playing their game. Like, yo, like, she might have been she might have been fighting, or she might have been arguing, it might have been the reason, he's 5'2", all this shit started coming out.
All of it.
And then, like,
It was nasty.
she's like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, now y'all trying to say I did this shit? I gotta do this shit to myself. I got shot.
Right.
Like, I wasn't looking, but I got fucking shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but everybody telling her Tory shot her, so she probably just believed it. She should never did that shit.
Right, absolutely.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
she's young.
People forgetting that too.
24, 25?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
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 around
lost
that
her
age.
parents.
It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
there's a camera available to me all the time. You know, like, sometimes I might slip up. She do a good job. She's doing a good job at not slipping up. She did slip up that one time.
She got a good team behind her.
That fucked her up. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, what was the slip up?
when she came out and just said,
She went on live.
first video.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She just let it be.
She really should have.
Yo, you already, because now you look like you lied to the cops, because you already told them it was some glass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the shit go to where it just.
Yeah, because
And she
I went
admitted.
because her friend, the other person in the car, because it was the three of them, and she's been quiet this whole time, and then like she's been like getting attacked, like, oh, like you were in the car with Meg.
The
why
one who
aren't you
took
backing
pictures of her
up?
foot and posted it the next day.
Yeah. So she's
Rude.
shade room.
I told the producer, like, that Tory shot her.
Yeah.
And that's why the producer put that tweet out. Like,
Yeah. So the shade room's like Kelsey, I forgot her name. It's like, oh, like, you know, Megan's friend breaks her silence or whatever. So I'm going through the comments like while you guys were talking because I didn't want to just play the audio. But somebody was like, oh, she sounds guilty, a bunch of rambling. The other one was pretty much saying like she's saying exactly like what was said in the beginning, that she stepped on glass. Cause so pretty much she's probably saying in the video like she stepped on glass, like I didn't shoot her, I didn't have the gun, and yeah, like I don't know what
Well,
else. was
whoever's
said,
gun
but-
it was, like, honestly, all of it's unnecessary. Hopefully it's not a paparazzi stunt, because that's a horrible stunt during a horrible time to do it.
Well, apparently it was the bodyguard's gun, if
that
anything.
he left in the car.
But then I also see that Tory was
Just-
charged for
Bodyguards have a license, right? A security license?
right.
probably?
So, but then one of the charges on Tory was having an unregistered firearm and shooting off a semi-automatic weapon. Like, so it's like, what is it? What's going on? So whose gun is it?
It sounds like,
Be-
it
now-
honestly
and-
just sounds like a distraction.
And
just
then not
plain
only, and then it's crazy because with these fucking laws, not only are you in trouble for having the gun, but you're in trouble extra for shooting. So it's, and then hitting someone on top of that, if you get charged for that in a residential area, and not just residential, where the fucking Kardashians live.
Yeah.
Like that alone is gonna get you an extra 15 years tops. I'm fucking with some white people like that. 20, minimum 22. Minimum 22 with all that shit thrown in, which is a crazy number to give anybody, just 22 years.
Yeah.
But that shows you how fucked up the system is. It's wild, man. So, and I don't think we'll ever get the real story on this. I don't think we'll ever get the real story. And the fucked up part about this, for Tory, really, is regardless of whether or not he's innocent or guilty, his reputation has been stained. He's stained. It's the same thing. It's like if you call someone out for wrongfully raping somebody, you're stained.
Yeah.
Like a lot has to go through it for you to like clear your name, and at that point, it's
We've seen
already
a few people
the
like
damage
that.
is done.
Like during the Me Too movement, when people were just like naming names after a while.
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs took a while for Freddie Gibbs to come out of that shit, and now he's come out the other side. He's doing great for himself,
You guys
but it
remember,
takes time. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's like 5 years later, now you're an old man, you know, like, some people won't respect it. I'll always respect it, but some people, they look like he's 34.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an old man. Like, the nigga got time, he can rap, you know what I mean? Like you can't look at people that's like 35, 36 and be like, yo, like, they don't have time. Benny the Butcher is like 39 years old, he just made it.
Yeah.
So
Ross in
That
his
shit was
40s, 2
amazing.
Chainz in his 40s.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, Jay-Z 50 still rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's showing that it's now it can be an old man's game. Like there is a lane for the older
Because
heads.
it's been such a young game for so long. And hip hop itself is young.
It's impossible not to if you consider.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then even what's it called? Damn.
That's crazy because that was
forgot.
originally like the myth. Because we were hearing all these older rappers trying to get back into the game like 5-10 years ago, and we're like, yo, these guys don't have the flow anymore. Like they can't rock. They wasn't rapping.
Yeah.
Just drinking and fucking bitches.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. And now you see it like there's a couple old guys that like can still fuck around, and Benny, Freddie, Jay, like Black Thought, Royce.
I don't care what nobody say. Even Snoop Dogg still can rap.
Snoop can still rap.
He just never had bars like that. But
He's still rap. But now it's gotten to the point where like he's expanded, and making a reggae album, making a gospel album, doing a fucking cooking show with Martha Stewart. You know, like there's limitless potential here for an artist.
No, there is.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things also that artists haven't been taught too. Like, it doesn't have to be
Getting
just music.
into different bags.
You can get into different bags for yourself. You know, like there's
Yeah.
always something else that you can do. Like when you're an entertainment personality, like you realize, okay, you could probably do other stuff. You could probably act. You might be able to host a TV show. You might be able to do your own vlog. Like there's different ways for you to just branch out and get another bag for yourself.
Shit,
in this
memes
game.
is a whole Freddy's on the memes, man.
Oh, I mean, if you can cash off of that, that's what's up. I don't know if he's making them himself or he's just reposting them joints, but they're funny as hell.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
But they funny as hell though.
Yeah, they are
That's what's
funny.
up. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize that more and more now.
Even
Like,
if it's just reposting.
gotta be active.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real. I know. I gotta get better on that. My Instagram be
process.
like dead as shit, and I be on it like with the pod and the and Check It. Well, now like I gotta be on it with Check It, the show coming back. But mine, I haven't posted shit in a minute.
Let me ask y'all a random question. When y'all repost something, do you guys include the person's name or do you just repost and
What do you mean?
keep it moving? Like, yeah, in your story. Do you tag the person who's there so they can see it? Or do you just hit the add post to my story and keep it moving?
I keep it moving.
I do both.
Sometimes if you don't tag them, they don't see it.
Depends on how much time I got.
But they have to like look because you can go
they check
to
your
a
story.
post.
View story
if
reshares or
if-
post reshares.
Yeah, like if you go to your post, it'll say post reshares.
Ah,
and
okay,
you
okay.
see like how many reshares you have.
Oh, so they'll do that. Okay, but I thought.
You don't get an
so then
alert.
what's the point of tagging them?
Huh?
So what's the point of the tag?
So they
thing?
get the notification.
Yeah. So
If you
they-
don't tag them, then they don't get the notification. But they can, if they look on their own, they'll be able to see it.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought that was weird. All right. Then I thought it was weird too when people repost the fact that you reposted them.
Sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
Saint does that shit.
Yeah.
Saint does that shit.
The
It's
repost of
funny.
the repost.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
then
like,
it's just
how many
extra
times-
content
I'm like,
of the
how many
same
times
shit.
do yeah, it's just so you see it because he said it. He was like, I'll just keep reposting because I mean, as much as if like if you're going through somebody's story, you're just hitting just to go through it. He's like, they're gonna keep seeing it and they're gonna be like, okay, maybe they'll stop at one of them.
Okay, so that's the strategy there.
That's how it's
Sometimes I
like-
feel like if I see
Yeah.
a full page of like 20 of those same things reposted, like it turns me off.
That's after a while. I don't repost like for the pod. Like
Yeah.
I'll stop reposting when people share it.
Yeah.
Like like new episode. Because then I feel like, damn, like I already did like 4 times.
And then I want to make it entertaining for someone because when they come to my story, I want to be sure that they're just kept entertained and not skipping everything. So I hate to just post a picture that they have to click into and then go to that person's
That's
profile
like
to see it.
me
It's just
showing
too
love-
much.
Me showing love is
It's too much sometimes.
I'll share it on a story
Yeah.
and then just kind of keep it moving.
I want to just post what it is, like your 15 seconds of your content, not have to make you click on the person's profile and go see it. Like it should just be the one whole thing, just to post as it's going.
Yeah, but then you gotta like download it.
Right, you got to do the extra steps
Yeah,
to do that shit.
It depends. I know B, you do that. Like you
Yeah, I
get the
do a
videos.
few.
No, I appreciate that. She does that shit.
Yeah.
She did it for me the other day.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was like yesterday.
It was very thoughtful.
He's a spitter.
It was thoughtful.
Kid Pro spitting hot fire.
Yeah, no, that
Hot
and
fire.
honestly, because then you repost that, and instead of someone just seeing a still picture that they have
Yeah.
to click on, it's actual video, and you hear me spitting for 15 seconds. Oh, this is fucking dope. I'll check it,
Yeah.
and then you go
Yeah.
find it. And there you go.
Facts.
I got a couple follows and a couple bots off that. Thank you. You know what I mean?
I know. I have to get better on that
Well,
shit.
shoot. As long as everybody see it, that's all I
Hey
try
man,
to
that's
do.
what it is. It's the engagement,
Because
the
I
traffic,
support, but I will be sometimes lazy in the support and be like, fuck,
and you just post this shit and then keep moving.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that.
Sometimes.
But
Because I used to
busy,
have
you
an app on my yeah. because it'll kind of be like a smoke break at my job, or while I'm bored, I'm like, oh, you don't know what you want to drink yet? All right.
Bro, there was a time. There was a good 9 months from the beginning of this year. It didn't happen for like 2 months ago, where I didn't have the feature to add people's posts to my story.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, Instagram was fucking playing me out. I showed everybody.
You talked about it like episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It got to that point where it's like, yo, take my phone. He's like, trying to put this shit to my story. I'm like, all right, just hit the little paper plane button and then it should show. It's not there.
That happens sometimes.
So right? I'm like, who the fuck would ban me? Why did that happen?
I'm shadow banned often.
That's a real thing, the shadow ban.
Shadow ban is real.
Shadow ban is real.
So does that happen because people are reporting your shit? Is that? I always thought that was the myth.
There's plenty of.
What do you guys think it is? Because I'm interested in knowing.
Usually the most reason over tagging, like
Or using the same tag over and over. If you use, I don't know, New Jersey artists every single day, all day, yeah, you're probably gonna get a shadow ban.
especially if you posted something where they're gonna be like, this has nothing to do with New Jersey artists.
Oh yeah, people could actually put whatever in your hashtag. Let's say you show up on the hashtag list or whatever with your post. They could say, "Oh, don't show any more of this or hide for this hashtag."
Oh shit.
So
in a sense, you're being reported.
sort
sense.
of, yeah, anonymously versus for a spam or inappropriate reason. You know,
Yeah.
just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
So
I
it switches their algorithm.
So that could fuck up the shit. Yeah, because it was bugging me for the longest. Like I could not post. So people were getting the idea of like, yo, you're not showing me any love.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not like that. I literally
don't-
can't. And I had to go to people like, yo, I like your shit, but unless I screen
remember
record
that
it
one, yeah.
or screenshot it and then post it myself,
He
like
gave
it
me
doesn't
his
work.
phone. I was like, man, we talk. Oh, okay. So
I tried to have her. I tried to guest do it. They thought I was going crazy.
Yeah.
They thought I really just didn't want to show love to
I'm like,
anybody.
no, you just
I'm like, no,
hit
I
that.
literally
And I'm-
cannot do it.
I was looking at you like.
And people were laughing at me. People
dumbass.
thought I was
Like,
a
how do you
liar.
not-
Like they really thought I was hating on everybody.
I just thought you couldn't figure out Instagram.
Even sit
It made
there-
me feel like an
I
idiot.
thought you had an update that we didn't have. I was like, what?
Right, so
But
I restarted my phone, all
You
that
ever
shit.
sat with a group of people and everybody's phone for like Instagram's like on a different update or different version
Yes.
of stuff? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
even like, because you guys have multiple pages, right?
Yeah.
So I had, what was it? I went in to check it, right? And all of a sudden there's an upgrade for the DM. I was like,
messages, right?
yeah, I was like,
love
the fuck
that.
is this?
I love it.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. And then a week later, I'm sorry. I had it. It was my personal page. And then a week later, check it. Like, because I just started doing like the pre-made posts, like the drafts for like the promo I'm doing. And then I go to the DM and I'm like, doesn't.
It looks different.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay. No. I didn't, because it asks
Oh.
you if you want the update.
Got you.
But I'm like, I just updated my personal a week ago. Like, I'm just thinking like, damn, like it took a week. I don't think the pod has gotten an update yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does. I guess waves. Instagram's been doing that.
That's
for
what
a
it is.
minute,
Yeah. I
though.
was talking to a friend today and he was like, yo, how are you doing the emoji stuff? And I was like, no, I just hold the button down.
You did it for the first time with me.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that's what the update does. Okay.
You can pick your own little presets of emojis to
really?
send to people and shit. Like that shit is
Yeah.
dope. You can like reply to a specific message if you like swipe right.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what you do in WhatsApp. If you guys use that.
I use that.
Yeah. So if
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
having a conversation with someone and we're talking about
so we could talk to
multiple
homegirl.
things and they don't know what to respond to, they just swipe right and be like, oh, you're responding to this message. Like comes in handy.
Yeah.
I
little
never
shit
did
like
it
that.
that way.
Yeah.
haven't had
Yeah,
that
you
yet.
can do it.
It's
like
really
when
dope.
I had it
Yeah.
before. I
It
think
helps
it's,
out.
But
For the text generation.
I just hate WhatsApp, and that's why I deleted it. It's like, you have my number. Why are you hitting me up on WhatsApp if you have my
Aw,
fucking
man, that's all another
number?
thing, yeah.
like,
I don't know. People
like
get
I mean,
comfortable with that.
I kind of get that with like DMs. Like I'll get like say we were like guess will DM me, and I'm thinking like, you have my number, nigga. Like what the fuck?
Sometimes it's easier because we just on
Sometimes it
Instagram to
is,
begin with.
But then I'm guilty of it too. It's
All right, and we're back. So we're going to close it off with our last segment. Since we have a guest today, we have the special segment. So first, we're going to start with the fix. So B, what the fix is basically is we want you to give us, whether it be a song, a verse, an album, something that you just fixated on, that you just cannot get out of your head, that you always have to play.
yeah.
What would be that fix? What song, verse, album, whatever piece of content are you fixated on right now?
Currently I'm playing very often my sis projects 3 Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Actually my favorite song on there is Creep. I'm waiting on that. She got some things in store, so that's my song for my fix right
So it's
now.
Creep.
for
That's
that.
what it is. All right.
Yeah.
No timetable on when that's coming out.
The song is already out.
Oh, song is out. Okay.
The song is out.
Yeah,
but
the song is out.
Okay. All right. That's what it is. All right then. All right. So that's
Yeah.
the fix. The song was called Creep.
Yeah,
All
Creep.
right, nice. All right. So the other segment that we
You gotta plug out your phone.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's it.
Oh, you
get
playing
involved.
it
Yeah.
now. Oh, shoot.
So
Yeah, just put the volume all the way down, and then like you can increasingly just put it up. You'll
is
hear it.
if you don't know,
Yeah, if you don't know.
All right,
Yeah.
so-
So go ahead.
we're gonna start up. It's our favorite segment, the world famous.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
And as always, I want to remind y'all, we do not own the rights to any of this goddamn music.
Nope,
Don't come
not
breathing
at
down
all.
my neck or B's neck talking about, oh, you played my song, I ain't getting no fucking credit. Fuck you. We showing
Yeah.
love. It's exposure, free exposure. So, if you don't know, B, we want you to put us on to a song that the listeners and maybe us would not know of, an artist we may not know of. Let us know why we should be in tune with this person and their future projects.
Yeah, let us know.
I would say because R&B is very hard to find, and she brings it back to the nostalgic feelings that we all miss.
All right, this is the same song you were just talking about before? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so it's Creep.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
Creep.
Right. And the artist name again? Sorry.
Karma.
There we go. Let's play that real quick, little snippet of the song.
You know, I don't know how to work that.
What,
No, is it done?
lower the volume?
Is it
Just
loud
lower the
enough?
volume. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's lowering.
Oh, okay, no, you're good. Because it went into the red. I was like, oh, you know. Oh.
Real quick, where's Karma from?
Jersey City.
Jersey City. Word. I think I saw a video.
I can feel what part of you is
Black and white videos in tub.
saying. I'm wondering if I
That
can
was it?
get
Okay,
you
yeah. I
in
think
my
you may post that, that's why I
bed.
posted it.
Daylight came, I'm still thinking about you. Oh. Then I walk all over you while I'm feeling without you.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Got a man, he don't want me though. Don't ask about it, you don't wanna know. He don't wanna see me comfortable, so come over and get comfortable. You've been saying how you wanted me. This can be a good quality. Me, I'm tryna ride you endlessly. Return a favor, put my ass to sleep. Keep asking me, if what they say about me is true. Believe it. There's someone better for me than you. I can feel it when you're deep inside. I gotta know if you're down to ride. So pick me up around 8 or 9. You know that I'ma need all my time. Wanna feel your body close to me. Loving on you like a marathon. I know I'm hard to keep up with, so I gotta see you keep it up for long. My nigga, he ain't getting half your dough. He only got me on his arm for show. Yeah, he only want me on his arm for show. What more do you need to know? Other than I'm down the road. You asking me out.
Somehow I still picture this video of her in the tub. I don't know why.
That's if you don't. That's for if you don't know and the fix.
Yeah, no, we were saying, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I just like wait. So I was trying to like picture it.
Not no funny shit. I still picture her in the bathtub hearing the song. It's a nice video. More bathtub content.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Okay. Standing shower this time. I got it. Jacuzzi probably.
Don't wanna talk about the nigga that you fucking with. Just wanna show you there's a time and
Alright,
place
who's
for
this?
sucker
Who's this on the
shit.
song?
The only sucker shit is when I tell her to pucker lips.
Ah,
Wanna
okay,
get a
alright.
handle on the bars. I love a grip, can show you the top when you want a tip. Word of advice, words that I like. Independent woman, conserving her rights. 7 days of a strong woman's a lot for a week, nigga. Let you reminisce the tempo I beat with you. Wait, are we taking it slow? Are we moving too fast? How long can we go? How much do you know? Beyond what they say about me, you know you a hoe. So many lies, you lose track of the truth. But then I try for you, it's natural to do. And when that mouth get to running, I'll break your back into two. Do something for the first real nigga you're running to. So,
She's fucking dope. Don't get it wrong. She's fucking dope. That's the only fucking visual I have in my head.
Oh, that was my next.
Oh, no, just wait.
Yeah. Because you said 2. You said 1 for the...
Oh, no, you just play if you don't know.
Okay, cool.
So what's
Perfect.
was that if you don't know?
That was her. If you don't know, and her
Oh,
fix.
okay, I gotcha.
Oh, I should be...
No, it's all good.
No, you're good. That was If you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, and it was also her fix as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're fine.
yeah.
No, because when we spoke, she had 2 different songs.
Gotcha,
She
gotcha.
had her "If You Don't Know" was a different song. That's why I was like, wait.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's okay. I was like,
The segments can be a little confusing.
No, when we
Absolutely.
talked about it, I gave her 2. That's why I was like,
That's why I was like,
because
because that's what I had said. I was like, oh, I thought that was. Oh, okay.
it's okay.
Oh, well, no, we're good.
Yeah, what was that song, by the way, you did play?
Shelly.
Shelly Ferrell?
Yeah, that was.
You want to play it?
Yeah,
It's
play
fine.
it. Hell yeah. Because I only have one this week anyway, so.
Oh.
Yeah, no, because I was just gonna do 1-1-1, but we could still
Do
do
2,
4.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Hell
go
yeah.
ahead, put your people on.
Shit, you specialize in putting people on. Hell yeah.
Don't. Oh, okay, now you're gonna. There's
She got all-
no, there's feedback sometimes when you first plug it in. That's why.
All right, so
I
what's
didn't-
the song called? I'm sorry, Shelly Ferrell and
Blackbird.
Blackbird by Shelly Ferrell.
Yeah.
Well, she can fucking rap, man.
Oh man.
Shelly's dope. Yeah, man.
Go and spread your wings if you believe that you can fly up. Jumping off the ledge when I scream, it's open eyes wide open. I got my heart on the sleeve now. I remember back when I had it deep down. Bury memories I forgot and the lost. Watching me and my sleeve got me tossing and turning. Blackbird, why they think that we are on, man? I want my reparation, pay up, picture on me like. Go and spread your wings if you believe that you can fly up. Jumping off the ledge when I scream, it's open eyes wide open. I got my heart on the sleeve now. Remember back when I had it deep down. Bury memories I forgot and the lost. Watching me and my sleeve got me tossing and turning. Blackbird, why they think that we are on, man? I want my reparation, pay up, picture on me like. How did I come into play? I came here to stay. Hey, mark down that madness like please, 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 please. How did I come into play? I came here to stay. Hey, mark down that madness like please, 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 please. I went and spread my wings, watch how I rise up. Blackbird up in the sky, all eyes on moi. It was times where I thought that I done fell down. Back to the drawing board, switch the grind up. Now it's the time for you to feel so alive. Got my eyes on the prize, check the moves and push some strides. Yes sir, yes sir. Aiming for the top, mark my words. Blackbirds caught up in the rapture. See me in the labs, give us Dexter. Chasing dreams while I'm wide awake. Go and spread your wings if you believe that you can fly up. Jumping off the ledge when I scream, it's open eyes wide open. I got my heart on the sleeve now. Remember back when I had it deep down. Bury memories I forgot and the lost. Watching me and my sleeve got me tossing and turning. Blackbird, why they think that we are on, man? I want my reparation, pay up, what you on me like. Got my heart on the sleeve now.
Is it?
Alright, that was Blackbird by Shelly Ferrell. Second, If You Don't Know from B for today. That's what's up, man. Showing love to the ladies. I gotta say, man, I mean, obviously it's a given, but I love the fact of how much love you show to the female artists in Jersey.
Yeah.
It really goes to show you that there really is like a huge crop of talent here, like rappers, singers, and ones that can do both, which is even like more phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I've met so many and seen so many just off of like her recommendations and stuff, and it's incredible. Like they're really out here, and a lot of them can just outspit these dudes. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like to say it's sad, like, but it's amazing how many of them there really are that can outspit these dudes.
I just realized I should have. Damn.
What?
No, I'm gonna save it for next week.
Okay, fair enough.
The person that you introduced me today to, the second time I met her.
Oh wow, yes.
Yeah, I was like,
yes.
damn,
Oh.
she's fun. I've only seen her live, and then like whatever you played me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk about her next week.
Okay,
Anyway.
I'm down.
Oh, your turn.
Oh, my turn. All right, so I need to I'll go get that. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so for this week's, if you don't know, my choice is coming from a rapper around the way known as Irate Specialist. He's got a new single out that came out this past Friday featuring friend of the show, that rapper Mix. It's called Minute. I don't have the name.
Gotta get the show.
Yeah, I gotta get him on the show. I don't know the name of the producer, so I apologize. But it's gonna be Minute by Irate Specialist featuring that rapper Mix. Let's get into it.
Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It's about this that I want to talk with you.
Been a minute, but that's all I need to win it. Been a minute, now his story will smitten. Been a minute, but I boast up, coast up, make it rain all months. Boast up, coast up, who gon' fall? No, us. Y'all really try to refresh your breath, grab some trident, you pussy's water. I'm Poseidon, always moves you when I'm rhyming. Still y'all stay shit talking. It's Mr. Hanky out of retirement. CHOD out on Guyman. Y'all really require rewiring. Want me to meet my end? Understand me, I'll never stop and I'll never hate on them. It's still love, it just looks dark. I ain't Drake, but it's God's plan. I'm just here to play my part, to take your mind apart and give it back a sharpened sword. Boast up, coast up, make it rain all months. Boast up, coast up, who gon' fall? No, us.
I don't think I floss enough. Niggas is too fake, don't walk, talk to the hand, I'm crossing us. Olive branch was offered up, extended out, but y'all was hating. Now I'm causing rappers nightmares. I'm under the bed, the monsters waiting. Claim my genius because I'm Oscar Wilde. These rappers hate their father more than an adopted child. Your name is only on my list until I cross it down. I killed like 20 dudes today, and that was just while I was walking around. For real.
So awkward. Just walk into a room like,
That's exactly what it feels like.
What's going on? That's what it feels like. Wake them up like radar in the morning. Hating on me, you'll be sorry. Beat them seeds like a whip in front of mommy. Sleeping on me, you'll be sorry. Wake them up like radar in the morning.
Been a minute, but that's all I need to win it. Been a minute, now his story will be written. Been a minute, now these women feeling smitten. Been a minute, but I boast up, coast up, make it rain all months. Boast up, coast up, who gon' fall? No, us. Stop me, try to copy like Kakashi. Keep watches, got drive, you got no car keys. Keep copping, but beats my only bodies. Can't cross this, I'm bumping like some knock-knees. Man on a mission to multiply the paper he's getting. You just seek division, making fractions of what I'm presenting. 100% of every verse that is written is made to seduce the women who wanna just witness winning. Boast up,
but I just didn't. That was the first time I seen it.
Make it rain all months. Boast up, coast up, who gon' fall? No, us. Just came back to let you know that I will take over this globe to spread peace from Ramsey to Rome. So time to go, haters be gone. I switch the flow. Next thing you know, you'll hate me outside the stadium. He's Pleiadian and alien, no skinny skin, really in rare form from rare candies. He's gobbling. Now he's in, but he is still a goblin. Hating on me, you'll be sorry. Beat them seeds like a whip in front of mommy. Sleeping on me, you'll be sorry. Wake them up like radar in the morning. Hating on me, you'll be sorry. Beat them seeds like a whip in front of mommy. Sleeping on me, you'll be sorry. Wake them up like radar in the morning. Been a minute, but that's all I need to win it. Been a minute, now his story will be written. Been a minute, now these women feeling smitten. Been a minute, but I.
All right, that was Minute from Irate Specialist featuring that rapper Mix. That was my selection for If You Don't Know. Sade, who you got?
All right. Now, another The Famco. If you don't know.
Okay.
I got from his page
Shout
again.
out to Famco.
What was it? His name is Rome Streetz from New York. Oh, I'm like, what? What do you need? From New York. His shit popped up. This song, I guess the video probably just drops or some shit. And it was pretty dope. So, yeah, Rome Streetz featuring, Estee Nack. Estee Nack?
Estee Nack.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Estee Lauder.
That's
it's spelled the same way.
Estee Lauder, yeah.
I don't know why I know that. I don't know why I know that. Why do I know how to pronounce Estee Lauder correctly? I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Is it disrespectful to me?
Wow. Why does Sade know?
No, it's true too. That's true. It's true as fuck.
Okay, we ready to rock. You ready?
That was palsy.
Play the game wise. If you live illegal, better keep it low. Never be ignorant to the vital shit you need to know. Street disciple, keep a Russian rifle, aim and heat my foe. $1 million dreaming like DiBiase, sleeper hole. My teeth is gold, mine is a diamond. Elevated from the dimes, now I deal with psychedelics like a ghetto shaman. Streets always got a different scheme. Getting pretty bitches faded off the dimethyltryptamine. A fly rebel, high level. Everything I spit supreme. Got ism like feel more slim. King, I think your queen. Came up taking risk. I weighed the odds on the triple beam. Royal flush when they dealt me the card, so let me get my cream. In all hundreds, bitch, I'm dumping for every day. They was frontin', left their pockets with nothing. They come for no discussion. Just spread the culture and acquire wealth. Notice I murdered everything once I activated my higher self. Make the most out the moment. I don't try to fast forward it. If the money's the devil, why the pastor asking for the shit? Something to think about. You a slave to the page when I bring the ink pen out. Damn it, you ever step in the ring the belt, that's a promise. This bundle got the rusty razor pressed on it. Serve it to him raw and watch him vomit. We was doing home invasions, living very reckless. Before the radio ever played a Rome Streetz record.
Yeah. A lot. Niggas reporting the news from the most high, you know? Hey, yo, sun, moon, and star, pulling off in the supercharged double S Aruga large. I played the strip with a group of guards, selling some we build on mathematics. Still, I hell is done. I came a long way from penny pinch and the bench seller. Some coppers intercepted the pack. I don't know where that mail is from. I can't interpret if niggas love me or they the jealous ones. God struck the science on me and my melon spun. You ain't got a buck, time, money, so how you getting some? A presence on the record, a symbol of respect. Upon I'm plugging and bang on niggas with sticks. I get some electric drum credit to school of hard knocks. Never forget.
Yeah, hit me up this past week. Just about beats and stuff. So I
Guns make catch, run amazing races. Bad fun, they can speed the base, live a situation. The base away something like 80 megas. Sega Saturn, play the game, switching my lanes daily. Operation, pay me the bread, son.
He ain't sending nothing, don't even think about it. He will take forever.
It's crazy because we only need like 30-second snippets of the beats, so we don't need it serious.
And he's for November, which is a short month. But I was also going to say Thanksgiving is on the 4th Wednesday.
Yeah, fine, yeah. Considering there'll be a holiday the next day. Considering the next day will be like an off day for everybody.
Yeah, because I ain't doing shit. Yeah, but I know you got family. Unless you want to record early on Thursday. I mean, I can take you away.
I would hope you would.
Okay, so we'll still do Thursday. We'll just do it early?
Let's do a sushi day or something.
Oh, that's the end of the song. My bad. We're talking about sushi and shit. No, all right. That was Rome Streetz and Estee Nack. Higher Self from, let me see, from Rome Streetz project Noise Candy.
That's what it is.
Oh,
man.
Noise Candy 2. Oh, 4. Ooh, 4. Ooh, where I got the 2
fucking
from?
up your Roman
4.
numerals?
My bad. It wasn't a Roman numeral. It was an actual number, and I missed it. No, look. First off, look at it. The way I thought it was the Roman numeral with like 2, and then I realized it was
definitely a 4, nigga.
I didn't see
That's all right.
it.
Well, that's all right.
Anyway.
Regardless, that was our If You Don't Know segment. As always, want to remind y'all, we do not own the rights to any of this music. We are simply showing love to the artists that have been played because we feel that you should be in tune with them. And it's free exposure.
Yeah.
Can you believe some fucking manager came up to us? I think she knows the story. You told the story. Some fucking manager came up to us because we played their artist and just got mad that we didn't offer an interview right after.
Well, if you'd like to get to know more about the artist, you should interview them and really get behind their story.
Who says that?
So I said, why? And why would you tag me? And why would you make a post tagging us
Like,
to get this information?
she DM'd us. And I took forever to respond back because I'm like, is this for real? I thought it was a joke. Because they showed, the 2 people on the track showed us love for doing, like, oh, appreciate it, whatever. Not like love, but, you know, like that. And then it was like the next day, I think. That Sunday or some shit.
She made a post and tagged us. Like, does anybody know who the Lyrical Fix Pod is and where I can find their information?
Because she DM'd, mind you, the information is on the fucking bio. Like, there's the website that has all the contacts, and there's both of our individual names, and they're tagged, and there's an email button that nobody seems to know that's been there since the dawn of fucking Instagram. So no, yeah, she DM'd, I DM'd back like, well, we don't do normal interviews, like we don't just do that like off the cuff, like it's more conversational, like we have to kind of know you before we just kind of bring you on and shit.
Yeah.
And and I explained what If You Don't Know is and showing love and blah blah blah. Never responded back, and then but her response was the post on her Instagram, and then somebody was like, best manager ever, like that she was kind of like flaming like, oh, and then if you're gonna do that, like make sure you own the rights because you don't own the rights and blah blah blah, like off an interview. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, quite interesting. So I mean, this could have all been handled in the DM, but it wasn't.
Oh yeah, and then in the post, I commented back, I'll just take all this stuff off.
Yeah, I said.
So I
I'm like,
deleted
we'll
the post and everything. I was about to take their like, I'll go back into the episode and edit. I was like, I don't got the time. But I just took the post off
at that point, and then it just like that was it. But it's like
one of the guys liked your comment about just showing love.
The actual artist. I'm like, look, we're just here to show love and keep it moving. Like this is no different than us just reposting the song.
It's what it is.
You should be happy somebody else is putting it on their platform.
Yeah,
that's gratitude needed.
It's like if you came across it, liked it, and you know how you read, like you'll post, like you just posted like Trip.
Yeah,
it's like you posting Trip and his manager attacked you for it.
Like, oh, why would you do that and not like try to get us in for an interview?
Yeah. All right, see ya.
Yeah, and that's what it'll do. Yeah. So it
scares people off. Like that's not even like no.
Because it was the delivery. The delivery was all wrong.
If you come a different way, then maybe you guys could build a relationship to then build toward an interview.
Yeah, it could have been like, thank you, I appreciate it. Like, you know, what if we can do something like, you know, them like having them on the show or having, I don't know if she was managing both or just the one, because it was like the other one was just a feature. That was it. And I like it could have just gone so differently, and it would be like, I'm sorry, like we'll consider, because we got to start doing a list of guests.
Yes,
that shit is piling up in the DMs.
Yeah.
But anyway, so fucking she could have just done it that way.
Yeah, the wording definitely changes how whether other platforms would be willing to do that too.
The initial DM was fine. It's just like now you want to post it and talk about rights and shit, like rights to the music. First off, she had no rights to the music because I posted it on YouTube and nothing popped up, and shit always pops up.
But you're also not trying to make money off of her music. So
no,
this is
because the only thing for YouTube would be like, can't, like, no changes have been made, just you can't monetize.
Right.
Yeah.
The only, and that'll be off like say I post this and Karma has the rights, it'll pop up, but it said cannot be monetized. Now if it's like you posted, you had If You Don't Know that was off a Lil Wayne beat. Yeah. Actually, Lil Wayne, we couldn't monetize. It was cool, but somebody played like not like a like it was a mainstream artist.
It was a freestyle over a mainstream artist beat.
No. Like it was when we had Alvy.
Okay.
He played something. I forgot. He played The Fix.
Okay.
And that song, it was like that. I had to literally take out the audio.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So there's different cases. Like say if it was like Drake, that shit would not pass.
Yeah, we can't play any Drake shit.
Yeah. Like it would be just taken
Universal sees it or whatever, finds it and shuts it down immediately.
The Alvy episode, it was like take down the whole episode or take that part off.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So
I
which is why we got to say we don't own the rights to the fucking music. Yeah. But whatever. Yeah. Yo, this has been quite the insightful conversation. We've talked about everything. From generational curses to shrooms to books about Western philosophy, rewarding people in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for giving us your knowledge and your expertise on everything.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Everything besides just regular music shit.
Yeah.
But tell people where they can find you. Tell them again what exactly it is that you do in, like, short segment.
I'm the plug. You need it, I got it.
Yo, that was
Connect
perfect.
you to Jersey. That's all it is. Show the talent.
That was perfect.
Find me on everything. Jersey Queen 201, all platforms. We Are Jersey Magazine, everything. We Are Jersey ENT.com, as well as JerseyTurnTupENT.com.
Yes. Jersey Diamondz?
Jersey Diamondz still exists, yes.
Can't forget about
both sites.
Yeah.
Same URL, you good.
Yeah,
all right there, the services. Oh, should I plug myself, I guess, with that? Then?
Yeah. You're creative consultant over here.
And
executive producer.
If you need any services from We Are Jersey or any inquiries, you can email, what's my new email? Sade at wearejersey.com. She just changed it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Oh, ENT.com. Sorry.
Yes, so Sade.
No, it was just changed. I almost said the publicist one. I was like, wait, that's not it anymore. Never mind. So yeah, we Sade at We Are Jersey ENT.
eent.com.
All right, bet. All right, so make sure. I was like ENT, right? And didn't want to say EMT. But yeah, hit me up and I'll get you with all the services, like what we have to offer, our packages and all that good shit, and placements and all that.
That was good. Look at you. All right, throwing it down. That's what it is.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't plug that enough. I'm sorry. My bad.
Nah, it's all right. It'll be a regular thing for you. That's what it is.
Now, especially now that my name's on there.
Yeah, you got
pressure,
to.
bitch.
Shit.
See, now.
Any other last thoughts from the both of you? Anything else you want to tell the people?
Nah, straight.
Feeling, man? Anything?
I'm gonna save my story for next week.
Okay. Anything big from We Are Jersey magazine coming up that we should be notified about? Anything you want to share?
No, I just gotta tell everybody to stay tuned. They got something that they might like that they're gonna see within the next month or two.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's what it is. All right, y'all already know. And as for us, Lyrical Fix Pod at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. Make sure to check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out in these podcast streets. As always, it's the Lyrical Fix, year 2, going strong as ever. We motherfucking focused, and it's episode 60 with your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
Want to give it up one more time for B from We Are Jersey Magazine, also for Q for helping us out today. Thank you very much. Y'all already know what it is, man. Keep those masks on. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Make sure to wash the mask as well, because you might get some freaky-ass acne that really just swells up on your face and makes you look like you just got uppercutted by Mike Tyson back in the 90s if you don't take care of yourself. So please be sure to do that.
You can see it in that episode, too.
Oh, it was bad, yo. I looked at it, and I looked terrible. And we're going to leave it at that, yo. Take care of yourselves, and be easy. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.